you guys are able to see me, hear me, and all the rest of it, and the session has begun. I'm going to just looking for my YouTube window to open so that I can put that on mute, and then just check out something on the chat window to know whether the UI is working fine. And if all that works fine, then we are good to go. Okay. Lovely. I think so far so good. We're not there's nothing wrong so far. Please ping me and tell me on the chat window. I'm just signing in so that I can see the window very clearly. I'm going to take about 3, 4, 5 minutes just to get used to the UI, just to know for sure that the stream is working, and for you guys to tell me that the audio and video are both fine. We're going to do the mock cat number 12 from Career Launcher. We did some other mock. I don't remember the exact number, about 10 days ago, which was quite a lot of fun. But we had some tech issues. We had a difficult time sharing the screen and managing the UI and all of it. We spent a lot of time on the tech. I think we have kind of cracked it. I think we know how to navigate the tech. Now we have multiple PPT templates and all that ready. And so we should be good to go. I'm not going to take much more time, maybe 2, 3 more minutes, and then I'll share my screen. Go on, take mockcat number 12 from the CL set of mocks. Practically during the 2-hour session, I'm not going to be looking at the YouTube screen. So I'm going to trust that my team will ping me and call me if something crashes completely. Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully the power gods and the internet gods will cooperate with us. A bunch of instructions. So I'm going to read passages. So when I'm reading passages, I'm going to be quiet. So I will speak when I'm discussing, but not when I'm reading. For DILR, I'm going to look at the set and then solve with pen and paper or with the whiteboard and marker or digital screen and writing pen on a parallel screen. So you might have to keep a screenshot or keep 2 YouTube windows, one at pause so that you can see the screen, another that you can keep streaming so that you can see the solution. Wonderful, guys. I see somebody from 2IM has already said, please subscribe to our channel. It'd be lovely if you could subscribe to the channel. We do quite a lot of good work. Wonderful. I'm going to share my screen. There's quite a few people saying excited. I am too. I am excited. So this should be good fun. I'm going to share my screen on Zoom, or I'll sign in and then share my screen. So whoever has lent me your lovely user ID and password, many thanks for that. Many thanks for Career Launcher, Arcs and Ravi Teja who have been coordinating this. Obviously, it wouldn't have been possible without the help from you guys. I've set it up for the right screen so that you can't see the display name and all that. Anyway, the display name is not visible. So I'm going to share my screen now and then start taking test. Wonderful. Lovely. Once again, I hope you guys can see my screen. I'm not going to start this test till I get some kind of confirmation. Obviously, now I can't see the chat window. So I'm going to look at what my team is saying on here. So I'm going to post something to them so that I get a reply right on top. And then once I get a go ahead that the screen sharing part is working fine, then we'll start and have a go at this. Obviously, YouTube runs with a little bit of a delay. So whatever I am speaking is going to be on YouTube in about 35 to 40 seconds time. That's the usual delay, even when you're technically live streaming. I think that's what the tech part works. Wonderful. I've got the go ahead. So I'm going to click on mockcat 12. We'll obviously get a couple of screens, which let me just make this a little smaller so that you guys can see the timer and the rest of it very clearly. Max is out here. Max is out here. The timer has not yet begun. I'm obviously not going to read all this. Maybe in CAT, I'll have plenty of time. I'll see how many questions are there. This paper has 75 questions, thankfully. That is good. This is important information. 2 people have entered the waiting room. I don't know who's entered the waiting room. I'm just going to see. Wonderful. I think it's Teja. So I'm going to bring Ravi in so that he can have a look if something goes wrong. He can always jump in and tell me what's happening. Wonderful. So this is all fine. I'm going to give one piece of bookkeeping so that you guys have nothing to worry about. I'm going to share one email address. Give me a second. Bear with me. I know this is not a lot of fun, but this is one important piece that I need to do. Wonderful. So I hopefully everything is set. I'm going to just click. I've clicked on I'm good. The computer provided to me is in good working condition, as indeed it is. I'm going to say I'm ready to begin, and then we're going in. Lovely team. On. I hope the UI is fine. I hope you can see pretty much everything that you need to see. Just going to pop over and see this. My own window. Yep. Everything seems to be fine. Good. Let's start this. It is by now well known that some of the greatest modern philosophers held racist views. Why will they not? Wonderful. I like this passage. It is it talks about philosophical systems and it talks about racism. The idea that we have held for a long time is that individual racism can be made distinct. Individual flaws of artists has to be kept away from their artistic work. This is an extension of that. The question here is, has this racism crept into his philosophical thought? By and large, the conclusion from all this that you have written appears to be that there is a strand in his own philosophical thought that claims that there'll be a clash and the inequality will be removed thanks to a revolution. And so he seems to have even foreshadowed the Haitian revolution. So lovely. The tone of the passage is not condescending. Condescending is looking down upon something. It's speculative. It's not speculative in the sense that they're conjecturing something, saying this could be the truth, that could be the truth. They're going through a lot of research and leading towards one type of conclusion. The conclusion is more or less clear. They're not speculating as to what could be one of the possible avenues of the future. Not saying in 2020 data will become bust. They're saying evidence says that the philosophical stand of thought of the great philosophers who were racist, the philosophical strands of thought remain free of racism. And so I don't think it's speculative. Contemplative, yes. I think contemplative I like a lot because it's not commiserating. Contemplative I like a lot because you're thinking about all that has happened, thinking about the philosophical strands of thought, drawing a line distinction between the individual and the philosophy. What is the central theme of the given passage? Analytic analysis of the personal racist views of philosophers and its impact on their philosophy. I love that. It's true. With specific focus on Hegel. So I think this is about Hegel more than other philosophers. But it does outline Kant and John Locke and David Hume and all of them. So I like the first one. Hegel's philosophical view on the possible utopia. No. Racism is born out of disparity among civilizations. No. Racism exists implicitly where it is denounced. No. The first one is clear. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage? Not all European thinkers are racist. Can that be inferred? Some of the greatest modern philosophers held racist views. Okay. Maybe that suggests not all, but I'm not sure. Some could be all. The ostensible racism of Hegel is unfounded. No, we're not talking about anything which talks about the merit of Hegel's individual personal racism. Racism is no more prevalent among the thinkers today. That also cannot be inferred. Despite his racist views, Hegel's intention was humane. I don't think there's a hint that it is humane as much as his thought process is different from his racist personal views. I don't know whether humanity comes into the picture. So I would go with the first one. Some of the greatest modern philosophers held racist views. And many others felt this. So it stands to reason that not all European thinkers are racist now. No, definitely, even past. In the light of the passage, which of the following is not true about Hegel? Hegel was a declared racist. That's probably true. So no ambiguity about it. Hegel believed in white supremacy. Yeah, he talks about a black say in a state of naivety and somebody. There's some hint of right of heroes. Yeah, white man's burden. Yeah, Hegel never wanted welfare for the uncivilized. Hegel believed that black. Yeah, there's no evidence of 3, 1, 2, and 4. There is evidence. The master-slave dialectic is an often used example in Hegel's writings that is eventually expected to bring about social equality, portrays the hierarchy in a society. Let's think about the master-slave dialectic. Discussion on path to equal relations to people that Hegel. So he states there is inequality, but then with opposition in this becomes unbearable and there will be revolution. So his master-slave dialectic, unlike Nietzsche, is not cast in stone. He's not saying there's a master class, master gene and master race and a slave race. He's not saying that. He's basically saying there is a master and a slave. There is the conflict between these two will eventually lead to equality. And so I think it is 1, but I'm going to look at 3 and 4 statements as well. Emphasizes the authority of a master over his slave, less that, and talks more the equality. Slaves says that slaves were subject to ill treatment. No, I think it is 1 shades 3. 1 I would go with. The possible irony of racism, according to the given passage, is that racism is an inherent feature of every society. I don't think that's ironic. Racism continues if we focus only on individual racist statements. Maybe modern readers overlook racist writings of racist philosophers. There is systemic racism even in philosophy. Very interesting. There is systemic racism even in philosophy. I don't think there is irony sitting there. It is between 2 and 3. Racism continues if we focus only on individual racist comments. That's mentioned. I don't know whether that's ironic. Modern readers overlook racist writings of racist philosophers. Do they overlook a racist writing of racist philosophers? Racism continues if we focus on, I think, between 2 and 3. I'm a little not clear about it. Let me just check this. Has happened in focusing on condemning the individual racism of philosophers, we have allowed systemic philosophical racism to remain intact. If we focus only on individuals, then systemic 1 continues. I think it is 2, because 3, I'm not sure, is ironic. Wonderful. We're on to our next second passage. We're not doing great on time, but not too bad either. The starting is always an issue because there's multiple things that are going. We will amp up speed. The success of Digital India has set a new global benchmark for leveraging digital technologies for inclusive growth, good governance, and empowerment. I'm already struggling to think what is this MEITY is. It's suddenly just come in, and I don't know what that abbreviation means. I think it should be Ministry of whatever. I'll have to find that out. I've read MEITY. Let me find out. Let me figure that out later on. Wonderful. This talks about AI. It talks about several initiatives the government is taking. It talks about the social responsibility. It talks about inclusive growth. Good, wonderful. If all that they've stated here is actually happening, then we have a good AI ecosystem. Out of the following options, which one is an appropriate title of the given passage? How AI can be misused? No, that's not it. They're talking about how it can be leveraged well. I'm cautioning about something, but it's not about misuse. The government's role in promoting AI in India, that is true, because it talks about ecosystems, it talks about government departments, it talks about CEDA, MEITY, several departments. I already like it. AI and the risks involved with it is not a focus on AI and its risks as much as about AI and its potential and its inclusiveness and how it is being leveraged by the government. AI, a force for social empowerment. I'm torn between 2 and 4. 1 and 3, I'm finding it easy to eliminate. But it does not talks about ethical and legal concerns. It says how AI can be leveraged well. Conventional laws, legal systems. Just think about it. Digital India Center, good governance and empowerment. It talks about governance and empowerment throughout this paragraph. The public space is hinted at. National AI strategy, Center for Excellence, Aadhaar, unified payments. The government e-marketplace. Government has decided to encourage future skills prime. I think that the government role is being reiterated. So I'm going to go with 2 rather than 4. The author of the passage is most likely to agree with which of the following statements? AI can help develop robotics. No. AI can help develop Chinese and other Asian languages. No. AI is a multifaceted tool that can equip people positively, probably. The government hasn't been proactive in developing a robust AI ecosystem. No. 1, 2, and 4 can be eliminated. This equip people positively, definitely. He's not worried about AI as he is about using AI well, thanks to a good ecosystem developed by the government. In the light of the passage, it can be inferred that artificial intelligence is a double-edged sword. Yeah, there are definitely problems. There are definitely ethical and legal concerns. There are data privacy concerns. Yeah. AI has been more developed in the Western countries. Let me see this. I don't think that is a theme of the passage. I don't even think that's hinted at somewhere. India contributes insignificantly in terms of user bases. No, India has giant user bases. Use of AI in India has been restricted only to certain sectors. No, no, it's very broad. Out of the following options, which one, if true, can weaken the author's argument that computerization led to increased unemployment in the past? We have to weaken this. So computerization should not have, there should have been some negative because of computerization, especially with light of employment. Computerization helped the Indian youth to work for MNCs. Not a bad thing. That's good. It's one talking only about employment, not about entrepreneurship. Computerization led to a demand for few skilled workers employed only in the IT sector. Probably yes, 2 yes. Computerization in India ensured a sea change in the employment scenario of India. That it's positive or negative, it's not hinted. Computerization ensured that the skill set of an average Indian increased. Fine. This one. There's only a few skilled workers, only in one sector. So increased employment in the past. Very few skilled workers, a few are enjoying, but leading to probably other forms of unemployment. So I would go with 2. Which of the following statements is correct in the light of the passage? The to be finalized public digital platforms will affect the privacy of consumers. Which is this public digital platforms? I can't even find out where it is. We have a look. Public digital platforms. It will not affect. The government says they'll be careful about it. AI can give rise to money laundering. No. AI can contribute to xenophobia. It could, but that's not hinted. Okay, I'm going to go with the first. We need to be careful, but it will affect the privacy. These will offer AI-based services while addressing the data security and privacy concerns. So, will affect the privacy of consumers. So much data is going to go on, but I'm not really happy with 1. But 2, 3, 4 are not hinted at. Fine. So 2, 3, 4 are negative. They're not talking about that. Will give rise to misogynistic behavior. I don't think so. The author citing the instance of large-scale computerization giving rise to employment opportunities is an example of large-scale computerization giving rise to employment opportunities. I don't think it's tautological. I don't even know what hyperlage means. I don't know what epigram means. So maybe I'll learn those 2. But it's a classic analogy. You're saying development in technology also raised concern. When large-scale computerization was undertaken, there were concerns about mass unemployment. But finally, this didn't happen. When you have new tech, there's always fear. But don't worry, it didn't work out the last time. It was not scary the last time, nor should it be scary this time around. Wonderful. We're doing kind of okay on time. Let's jump ahead and do this. Everyone knows that the baby boomer generation is in the process of retiring. No, not all those ex-hippies and punks can expect to live longer than the Americans who retired before them. But the financial challenge this poses is less well understood. Any lingering complacency ought to be exploded by 2 papers in the latest Journal of Retirement. I'm going to read quietly now. I hope you guys can also read quietly. Wonderful, wonderful. There's been a problem for the American state for a long time. Defined benefit was a defined contribution, I think. Defined contribution is not good enough. You don't have enough money. Defined benefits is good enough, but many employers don't go for that. Good, interesting passage, but I particularly like the last line. At the same time, ensuring that people do not save too much too quickly, in case the impact on demand crashes the economy. Lovely, very American. What will happen if people start worrying and saving money? That'll crash the economy. You need to keep spending to keep the engine going, and also try to fix some problem. Very American consumerist way of thinking about a problem as dramatic as pensions. So I really like that last line. Wonderful. Why is I know some of the background, so you might not know, in which case you might want to read it one more time or read slower. Keep that in mind. Don't rush through the reading phase. Why is that retired people require less money than active workers? Their lifestyles will change. They're living longer lives and face greater financial challenges. They have income generating assets and don't need to save money. That is true. They might have a house that generates rent. They might not need to pay rent because they're staying in their own house. They might not need to save up for either an asset purchase or their retirement. So that ticks boxes straight away. They tend to have lower expenses as children have left home. Probably yes. Most retired people have defined benefit pension plans. It is between 2 and 3, but 2 strikes home. And so 2 is a crucial part. 3, the children part is not mentioned. And so earn money from accumulated wealth. That is important. They don't need to save money to buy assets or have for their retirement. Lovely. Why, according to Mr. Schieber, I don't even know where Mr. Schieber comes in. I don't even recall a Schieber. Maybe I was reading too fast. Why, according to Mr. Schieber? Let me just see. Okay. Okay. The second paper by Sylvester Schieber. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have been in trouble. A former chairman of the Social Security Advisors. Okay. Now he says there is a gap here. I know the point. So Social Security payments are retirement. Why, according to Mr. Schieber? Social Security are based on average income of 35 years of earnings, not 35 maximum years. So if somebody has worked only for 30 years, for the remaining 5 years, they put 0 in. Obviously, the average will crash. The savings done by the poor generate an income far lower than required. That is true. Poor are probably not going to have worked for all 35 years. And they might have had gaps and might have contributed lesser. So there's a gap. And so for worker, such workers could hardly have saved more for retirement. They had barely adequate income in the first place. Lovely. Between 1 and 3, but I prefer 3. What is the primary difference between defined benefit and defined contribution? Defined benefit plans offer more income than defined contribution. True. DB plans cover 80% of people, but DC plans do not cover 53% of people. No, that's not. Those are not the numbers. 80% of the people are they are able to live their life. DC plans require very high contributions to generate inflation-adjusted income. That's not defined contribution plan. That's defined benefit plan. Under DB plans, pension is linked to salary. Under DC plans, to the contribution made. Defined benefits and define the contribution. Very weird. Very weird. I think 1 is right, but it is bland. So I'm going to go through 2, 3, 4 all over again. DB plans cover 80% of people. No, they cover everybody. It's not adequate. DC plans require very high contributions to generate inflation-adjusted income. That is true, but that doesn't happen in a defined contribution plan. Only in a defined benefit plan does that happen. Under DB plans, pension is linked to salary, and under DC plans to the contribution made. Let's look at this. That could be very crucial. I think 4 could be the right one. Where this is mentioned. Defined benefit plan linked to workers' salary. Defined contribution, which workers receive whatever pension pot they have accumulated. Wonderful. 4. Lovely. Thank God I didn't rush through that. Which of the following has not been cited in the passage for reason for shortfall in income for retired income? Pension is based on 35-year average income. It's based on 35 of your maximum years. Highest 35 years of income. Yeah, but that's mentioned. Savings to DC pension plans are too low to generate adequate income. That is also mentioned clearly. Longer life expectancy and higher medical expenses. This is all our own biases. That's not mentioned anywhere. Gap between social security payouts and payouts, that's mentioned. So 3. Why does the author suggest that increasing savings be done moderately? This is the last line. Increasing savings too fast will affect the economy negatively. Yes, social security benefits might need to be cut, not required. Contribution to DC plans need to be higher. More people should be brought under DB plans. No, will affect the economy. People start saving, the economy will tank. Which of the following is not a source of income for elderly Americans? Social security payments, yes. Private pension plans, either DB or DC, yes. Income from acquired assets, including home equity, yes. So that's mentioned very early. Earn money from their accumulated wealth, even particularly by taking equity. Money remittances from children. That might be the case, but that's not stated anywhere here. Lovely. We still have a reasonable amount of time. We have 7-8 questions. We should be able to see most of these. Decide on the proper order for the sentences and key in this sequence of 4 numbers as your answer. There's probably one purpose and only one for which the use of force by a government is beneficent. No one would maintain that parents should have unlimited freedom to ill-treat their children. And that is to diminish the total amount of force used in the world. It is clear, for example, that legal prohibition of murder diminishes the amount of violence in the world. Okay, statement 2 does not fit in this list at all. Very worried. 1.3 is a clear link. It is clear, for example, that the legal prohibition of murder diminishes the total amount of violence in the world. One, 3, 4 is a powerful link. But I don't know where 2 fits. No one would maintain that parents should have unlimited freedom to ill-treat their children. If it had been a sentence elimination question, I would have marked 2 in a trice. 1, 3, 4 is a good sequence, but I don't know where 2 sits at all in this. It's still a TTAC question. I'm going to go for it. Probably stick it in the end. It's 2, 1, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 4, 2. I'm not very happy with this, but hey, such is life. Passage is given below is followed by 4 summaries. Choose the option that best captures the author's position. Observing that the pandemic is set to widen inequality between economies and within nations, the IMF has urged greater international cooperation. It is imperative for all societies to work closely to ensure that new treatments and vaccines are made available to all, since wider and faster availability of medical solutions could boost global income by almost 9 trillion by end 2025, reducing income divergence. With no visibility yet on vaccine availability, the IMF has also stressed the need for policymakers to persist with direct income support for the most vulnerable and regulatory forbearance for stressed but viable firms. But how do we identify those? The message is clear. In a world as interconnected as it is today, the cost of economic insularity would only be more protracted pain for all. Wonderful. The IMF thinks that cultural insularity, nothing about cultural insularity. The IMF believes that once the vaccine is available in the market, the world economy will slowly witness improvement. That's not the summary. IMF feels that enhanced international systematization can solve every problem in today's world. I'm not talking about every problem. Can be the answer to the problems. I like that. I would have liked it if the choice said can be the answer to the economic problems. Fine. But good to go. Can form a coherent paragraph. I don't like this coherent paragraph business. We will do the summary part and then come back to this. Much work is necessary to bring the true benefits of the National Food Security Act to the unreached, not merely as hunger mitigation through cereals. Nourishment through a diverse diet that includes fat, protein, and micronutrients. But there are worrying indications that the center has chosen the wrong course. In its pursuit of fraud within the PDS, it is inclined to take hard measures that would deprive the disabled and the elderly of even cereals by insisting on biometric verification to get supplies. Strengthening the PDS with a focus on women's health would lead to healthier pregnancies and stronger supplemental nutrition under the ICDS scheme would give children a better chance of all-round development. The importance of sustained immediate intervention is further underscored by recent findings of International Food Policy Research Institute scholars that 3 out of 4 rural Indians cannot afford a balanced, nutritious diet. The right to food would be meaningless if it leaves a large section of Indians hungry, stunted, and wasted. Wonderful. It's the best summary. There's an immediate need for sustained government initiatives that are aligned with the nutritional requirements of relevant sections of society. I like this. The corrupt PDS system has contributed to food inequality, malnutrition. No. The role of the International Food Policy Research Institute is crucial in gaining insights, and no. The government should focus on satisfying the hunger pangs of Indians, not just hunger pangs, that nutritional requirements. It's not saying only cereals, everything else. Lovely. I like that. Wonderful. I'm going to finish this also and then come back to those annoying things. The UN was born in the crisis of the World War era, and the realities of that time can hardly be compared to the present. The UNSC's permanent veto-carrying members, chosen by virtue of being winners of World War II, as always. The US, UK, France, Russia, and later China can hardly claim adequate representation of the world's leadership today. The UNSC does not include a permanent member from the African, Australian, and South American contingents. And the pillars of the multilateral order, such as the G4 group of Brazil, India, Germany, and Japan, have been ignored for long. Other more representative options exist, and that has been the crux of the battle for change. Also, there is a deep polarization within the UN's membership, so decisions are either not taken or not heeded. Frequent divisions within the UNSC P5 end up blocking key decisions. Yeah, there are 5 members with contrasting demands, and they have a veto. These issues are underlined in a year where the coronavirus pandemic has brought the world to a standstill. Yet the UN, the UNSC, and the WHO have failed to play an effective role in helping nations deal with the spread. Choose the option that best captures the author's position. The UN and its allied organizations have failed to control the coronavirus pandemic across the world. They've not played a good enough role. So yeah, India has a rightful claim to the UNSC. No, this is not about India. There's a need to revisit the structure of the UN and its various bodies in cognizance with the changed realities and concerns of today's world. Yeah. The UNSC is not specifically about Corona. It talks about the UNSC more than Corona. Corona is just an instance of where this has not worked. The history of United Nations and how it has succeeded in maintaining world peace. No, that's not it. Let's go to here, 21. We have 3 questions, 6 minutes. We should be able to do, so let's spend some time. The 4 sentences, decide on the proper order for the sentences and key in this sequence of 4 numbers as your answer. The span of the Atlantic Ocean between the 2 continents measured about 930 to 1,300 miles apart compared to the modern expanse of 1,770 miles. It's talking about history. In addition, the buildup of glaciers in Antarctica around that time caused sea levels to drop, making the passage shorter than it is today. Back then, during a time known as the late Eocene, Africa and South America were significantly closer. During this window of prehistory, the path between the continents was passable by sea. Okay, during this window of prehistory, the path between the continents was passable by sea. Back then, during a time known as the late Eocene, significantly closer. Atlantic Ocean comes. There's a link between 3 and 1. During this window of prehistory, the path between the continents was passable by sea. Passable by sea. What does it mean? I don't understand what it's passable by sea. During this window of prehistory, so I'm liking starting 3 very much. I think I'll go with 3, and then this late Eocene is referred to in 4. It talks about passable by sea. Therefore, continents measured 930 to 1300 miles compared to this 341. In addition, making the passage shorter than it is to correct. In addition to that, so 3412, I'm liking that. Lovely. Question number 22. Identify the odd one out. A study found that when confronted with boredom in an experimental setting, many people chose to give themselves unpleasant electric shocks simply to distract from their own thoughts, but they will still not attend classes. Boredom can be our way of telling us that we are not spending our time as well as we could, and we should be doing something more enjoyable, more useful, or more fulfilling. Out in the real world, we expend considerable resources on combating boredom. People who suffer from chronic boredom are at higher risk of developing psychological problems such as depression, overeating, and alcohol and drug misuse. The value of the global entertainment and media market is set to reach $2.6 trillion. This is entertainment. Fine. Everything else talks about boredom. I can put something together. Out in the real world, we expend considerable resources. Okay. Out in the real world, we expend considerable resources. Value of the global entertainment. Okay, so there's a link between 3 and 5. So 2, 1. 3, 5 could be a parallel. 2, 1, 3, 5 could be a parasite. I don't like this. I'm going for 4. Considerable resources on combating boredom. And 5. 3, 5 is a good link. Boredom can be our way of telling ourselves that we're not spending. A study found that when confronted with boredom, they were unpleasant electric shocks. Out in the real world, we spend considerable resources. So 2135. I like 2135. Counterintuitive. Therefore, I like it even more. Proper order of the sentences. So they form a coherent paragraph. We need to find the sequence here. Lovely. The symbolic use of artifacts such as Khadi or salt by M.K. Gandhi and symbols of lamps in Buddhism by B.R. Ambedkar was aimed at energizing the mass struggle for political freedom in the first case and social one in the second. Arguably, public figures in the present Indian context seem to be using symbolic artifacts such as lamp and metal plates as the means to effectively communicate the complex idea of unity or solidarity in a simple fashion. The symbols, when used for mass mobilization, have always acquired a political character. Different modes of symbolism used by both the thinkers, however, projected a unified meaning. Freedom. So 1 is followed by 4. Both the thinkers. Arguably, public figures in the present context seem to be using symbolic artifacts, unity or solidarity in a simple fashion. So I could start with 2. The symbols when used for mass mobilization, 3, 1, 4. The timer is making me go for it. I'm going to mark this. I don't want to leave that question and then still maybe mull over it. And I've marked everything. So it's only 25 seconds to go. I don't have a chance really to leave the question. And so it's theta. I want to answer anyway. Now let me think about it. Arguably, public figures in the present Indian context seem to be using symbolic artifacts, blah, 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 blah. The symbols used when used for mass mobilization have always acquired a political character. Could be 3-2 or 2-3. Anyway, we're done. Lovely. So I'm going to go for streaming thing so that I can overlay one on the other. Let's think about it. DILR 26 to 30, 5 questions. Let me look at 31. Number of actors selected from 4 acting schools, S1, S2, F3, A4, for training to act in 5 different plays, P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5. Okay, 15, 21, 25, 28, okay. An actor selected from a school might not get to act in any of the 5 plays. Is selected but might not get to act. Okay, 31 to 35, look at 36. Lot of constraints, 36 to 40, I'm not happy. 41, I like this already. 41 to 45, lovely. 46 to 50. I don't like 46 to 50 either. I'm going to start with 41 to 45, then go to 26 to 30. We already lost some time. Lovely. National Fertilizers Company Limited manufactures and markets only 3 types of biofertilizers. I'm just going to have a one look to see if things are fine. I'm going to spend maybe 30 seconds, but it probably could be worthwhile. I have not got any recent comment. Yeah, but things are going fine. They're not screaming their heads off. Lovely. National Fertilizers Company Limited manufactures and markets only 3 types of biofertilizers: rhizobium, soluble zinc bacteria, and asecpobacpor. The bar graphs given below show the percentages of cost and revenue from the 3 biofertilizers for the years 2017, 18, and 19. Lovely. This is right up my alley. These 3 add up to 100. These 3 add up to 100. All yours. Beautiful. Cost and percentage, revenue and percentage. It is known that percentage profit for the company in 2017 was 50%. I like this. I like this. In 2019, the revenue from rhizobium biofertilizer, I love this. I'm going to nail this. The company's revenue doubled from 2017 to 18, and its cost doubled from 2017 to 19. There was no profit from asecpobacpor biofertilizer in 2018. Lovely, lovely. I'm going to look at this. Maybe string. Okay, go here. Go to. I think we can nail this if we put some time and energy handling this. Profit margin was 50% in 2017. 2017. So I'm going to write this as revenues 2017, 18, 19, cost 17, 18, 19. Right? So we know that the profit margin was 50%. So I'm going to write down total numbers. Okay. Percentage profit was 50%. 2000. This is X. This is 2X. Lovely. Revenue from rhizobium biofertilizer was the same as cost from soluble zinc biofertilizer. Soluble zinc biofertilizer is 40%. No, the first one is cost. And revenue from rhizobium. Rhizobium is like 25% of revenue is 40% of cost, total cost. Lovely. The same as the cost incurred in soluble zinc bacteria, 40%, middle 25%. Lovely, lovely, lovely. For 2019, 25% of rev equal to 40% of C. 1/4 of rev is 2/5 of C. Our cost is 1/4 into 5/2, 5/8 of revenue. Or this is 8Y, this is 5Y. The company's revenue doubled from 2017 to 18. So it was 2X here. This is 4X here. Lovely. And its cost doubled from 2017 to 19. This is X. This is 2X. We put 2X as 5Y. I'm going to call this as, make it simple, 10Y. So this is 10Y. This is 16Y. This is 10Y. 10Y is 2X. This is 5X. This is 10X. This is 20X. There was no profit from Azekpo Backpor. Azekpo Backpor is a dark shaded thing. No profit from it. So 40% of revenue is equal to 50% of cost in 2018. 40% of revenue is 8x is equal to 50% of cost. The total cost should have been 16x. Lovely. So we've got everything in terms of a few variable. 2017, 18, 19. Revenue, cost. 10x, 20x, 5x, 16x. What am I doing here? One second. This should be 16x, and this should be 10x again. I'm going to check back all the constraints. Percentage profit in 2017 was 50%. That works. Done. Condition 1 is done. Revenue from Rhizobium fertilizer was the same as cost incurred in this. Rhizobium was 2019, 25% of overall revenue. That is 4x. Cost from soluble zinc bacteria. Soluble zinc bacteria is 40%. 40% of 10x at 4x. That works. Lovely. Second condition is met. Revenue doubled from 17 to 18. 10x, 20x. Lovely. Cost doubled from 17 to 19. 5x, 10x. Lovely. There was no profit from Azekpo Backpor. Azekpo Backpor 2018. This is 40% of revenue. And let me look at this chart. 50% of cost. 40% of revenue is equal to 50% of cost. Lovely. What is the percentage profit earned by Rhizobium Biofertilizer, the division company in 2017? 2017, Rhizobium is 30% of cost and 40% of revenue. 30% of cost, 40% of revenue. So Rhizobium 2017 revenue, let me just check. 30% of revenue is 3x. 40% of cost, 40% of 5x is 2x. Percentage profit earned by the Rhizobium Biofertilizer in the year 2017. 30% of revenue, 40% of cost. Rhizobium is the first one. Profit is revenue minus cost. Profit by cost into 100%. I'm not getting this at all. Something really messed up. What is the percentage profit earned by Rhizobium division in the year 2017? 2017, they saw 50% margin overall. Let me just check this. Percentage profit for the company is 2 to 50%. Oh my God, everything is wrong. Percentage profit is 50%. I'm going to go start all over again. Let me just check this out. But I'm still doing this. Percentage profit is 2017 was 50%. So I've lost a lot of time, but we will fight on. 2017, 18, 19, revenue is 3x, cost is 2x. I thought of it as margin, a silly error to make. Revenue doubled from 2017 to 18, so this is 6x. Cost doubled from 2017 to 19, so this is 4x. Revenue from Rhizobium Biofertilizer is the same as cost from soluble zinc bacteria. 2019 cost is 40% and revenue is 25%. So 5:8. This is 8. This is 5. We already got that. This is 5. This is 8. So make this 20x. Make this therefore 10x. This is 15x. This is 30x. This is 5. This should be 8. 8 into 4, 32x. There's no profit from Azekpo Backpor in Azekpo Backpor 2018, which is the Tall one, 50% of cost is 40% of revenue. 40% of 30x is 50% of cost, so this should be 24x. So 15 and 10, 30 and 24, 32 and 20. Lovely. By rhizobium, the cost is, look at this, 40% of total and 30% of total. 40% of 15x, sorry, this is revenue. 30% of 15x is 4.5x. 40% of 10x is 4x. So profit is 0.5x by 4x, so 12.5%. Lovely. We've wasted a lot of time because I got something wrong, but we'll fight back. The percentage profit of the company in 2019, 12 by 20 into 100, 60%. Let's write it 60. Lovely. What are the percentage increase in revenue from 2017 to 19? 15 revenue goes from 15 to 32, 17 by 15, 113.33. Lovely. What percentage of the company's profits in 2018 was contributed by soluble zinc bacteria? 2018, 30x, 24x. Overall profit is 6x. Soluble zinc bacteria. The middle one, 20%, 20%. So what percentage of profit was there? Overall 6x, 20%. 20% of revenue, 20% of cost. 20% of profit. Find the ratio of the revenue generated from soluble zinc bacteria in 2018 to that in 2019. A soluble zinc bacteria is the middle line. 20% of 18, 25% of 19. 20% of 18 is 6x. 25% of 19 is 8x, 6x to 8x, 3 is to 4. Luckily, we have that. Lovely. So it's all right. I don't think we got killed, but we could have done much better. A conference hall was attended by 25 professors, 5 each of chemistry, physics, biology, biotechnology, and microbiology. The circular table contained by 25 chairs, numbered sequentially from 1 to 25, shown below. The order in which the professors entered the hall was physics, chemistry, biology, biotechnology, and microbiology. Note 2 professors entered the conference hall simultaneously. Professors of the same subject entered the hall consecutively, one after the other. The first professor of physics occupied C5. The second physics professor who followed him sat on C10, which was the 5th vacant chair from C5 in clockwise order. Lovely. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The first chemistry professor, the rest of the chemistry professors occupy the 5th vacant chair. Okay. Biology, microbiology repeated the same patterns of sitting as done by physics and chemistry professors. The first professor occupying the nearest vacant chair occupied by the last professor of the previous subject. While the remaining professors, okay, so first sat of the vacant chair nearest to the last physics professor. Okay, let's start with physics. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Physics professors sit in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is physics. This one was clear, sitting in 5th, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. First chemistry professor sat in the vacant chair nearest to the last physics professor in clockwise order. So C25 next to that is C1. So this will be chemistry professors are in 1, 6, 11, 16, 21. And then come biology. Last one is at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 5th vacant chair. So let's look at this from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Not the 5th seat, 5th vacant seat. Lovely. The rest of the country. So occupy the 5th vacant chair in clockwise. Oh, super. This is tough. So let's do this. 5 is physics. 10 is physics. 15 is physics. 20 is physics, 25 is physics. And then 1 is, where do I put this? Inside and outside. I'll put numbers outside. 1 is chemistry. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 are gone. 5 is already occupied. 6 is gone. 7 is chemistry. 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. 14 is chemistry. 15 gone. This is physics already. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 would be chemistry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 22, 23, 24, 25, 1 are occupied. 2, 3. So 21 is chemistry, 22, 23, 24 will go away. This is already occupied. 2 will go away. 3 will be chemistry. I'm going to go over chemistry again. 1, 2, 3, 4 will be left. 6 will be left. 7 is chemistry. 8, 9, 11. Sorry, 8, 9, 11, 12 will be left. 13 is chemistry. Oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare. And then 14 will be unoccupied. 16, 17, 18. 14, 16, 17, 18 will go. 19 will be chemistry, not here. 21, 22, 23, 24 will go. 21, 19 is chemistry. 20 is occupied. 21, 22, 23, 24 will go. 25 is occupied. 26, 1 is occupied. Chemistry will be 2. Chemistry will occupy 1, 7, 13, 13 plus 6, 19, 19 plus 6, 25. But 25 is already occupied, so 1. Lovely. So biology professor will start from 2, 3, 4 are unoccupied. 6, 8, 9. Then 10 is occupied. 11, 12. 13 is taken by chemistry. 11, 12, 14, 16, 17. So between 9 and 8, 17 is not the 5th one, it's the 8th one. That's because 10, 13, and 15 are occupied. Lovely. From 17, 18, 19, 20 are occupied. 21, 22, 23, 24. We just check chemistry 1 from 19 plus the 5th one will be like 20, 21. Okay, this will be 2. Because 1 is already occupied. 1 and 2 are chemistry. Sorry. So biology will start at 3. So I'm better write this down clearly. Physics is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Chemistry is 1, 7, 13, 19, 2. 1 plus 6 is 7, lovely. 7 plus 6 is 13, lovely. 13 plus 6 is 19, lovely. Only 1. 19 plus 6 is 25. That can't work. 1 can't work. 2, lovely. Biology starts with 3. We'll have 4 an empty seat. 6 is an empty seat. 7 is taken. 8, 9 are empty. 11th one will taken. 12 goes away. 13 is occupied. 14, 15 is occupied. 16, 17, 18. Between 11 and 18, only 2 are occupied, 13 and 15. From 18, 19 is occupied, 20 is occupied, 21, 22, 23, 24. 21, 22, 23, 24 are all unoccupied. 1, 2, 3 are occupied. 4. 5 is occupied. 6 is unoccupied. 7 is taken. 8 is not taken. So 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 are taken. 12, 13 is taken. 14. Maybe write this down. Draw this new circle. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's all physics. Starting from 1 for chemistry. And then 7 for chemistry. 13 for chemistry. 19 for chemistry. And then all the way to 2 for chemistry. Then we start with 3 for biology. Good so far. Then 4, 6, 8, 9. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 11 for biology. 12, 14, 16, 17, 18 for biology. 19, 20 get taken. 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 1, 2, 3 are out. 4 for biology. So 3, 11, 18, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14. 14 for biology. So far, so good. I'm this confident. Let me look at this. After this, which comes? After comes biotechnology and microbiology. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. If we do biotechnology right, that is BT, then we are good to go. And it ends with 14. The remaining will be microbiology. So that we know. 15 is occupied. 16 is not occupied. This is biotechnology. Biotechnology, BT would start with 16. 14 is occupied, 15 is occupied, 16 works well. And 17 is an empty seat. 18, 19, 20 are all occupied. 21, 22, 23, 24 would be biotechnology. 16, later 24. So it's the 8th seat. So the 3 numbers in between: 19, 20, 18, 19, 20. 18, 19, 20 are gone. Super. We're at 24. 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all taken. 6, 8, 9, 12. 6, 8, 9, 12 are empty. 13, 14, 15, 16 are taken. 17. From 24 to 17. So 25 is taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are taken. 6 is not taken. 8 is not taken. 6, 8, 9, 12. 6, 8, 9, 12. So from 24, we're counting out 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 are gone. 12 is gone. Maybe I could have written them in a straight line. It would have been much easier. 12 is gone. 6, 8, 9, 12. 6, 8, 9, 12. After 12 is all the way to 17. Super. 17 is biotech. 18, 19, 20 are taken. 21, 22, 23 are empty. 21, 22, 23, 6, and 8. Lovely. 8 is biotech. Biotech is also 16 is biotech. Fine. After 8, 9 is not taken. 12 is not taken. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 are taken. From after 8, 9 and 12 are empty. And then 21, 22, 23, 23. Lovely. So microbiology should be the remaining. Hopefully, we are through and I've not made any mistake. Which of the following chairs was occupied one of the microbiology professors? 13 was by chemistry, 16 was by biotechnology, 23 was by biotechnology, 9. Lovely. After all this effort, maybe we'll get this right. Which chair was occupied by the last professor? Oh my God, these guys are cruel. 23 is this guy. 24, 24, 5, 1, 2, 2 before 23. Okay, let's do this. 23, 24, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all occupied. So for microbiology, we have 6 here. What are the empty ones? 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 are occupied. 21, 22. The first guy will occupy 6. That is taken. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 will be taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21 will be taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22 will be taken. 12, C12. Lovely, 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 lovely. Which chair was occupied by the professor who was 13th to enter the conference hall? 110. 18 should be there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hopefully you're getting it right. How many pairs of adjacent chairs are occupied by professors of the same subject? Not physics. Chemistry, 1 and 2. Biology, 3 and 4. Biotechnology, 16 and 17. 6. And then microbiology, 21 and 22. 4 different. Not all 5. Physics doesn't work. But the rest of them are occupying adjacent seats. Lovely. Biotechnology, 16, 23, 24, 16, 23, 24, 17, 8. 16, 23, 24, 17, 8. Lovely, this one. Not doing good on speed at all, but at least it's all right. This is a set theory puzzle. Maybe this one we can do. Or let's look at this. There's too many constraints. At least one silver medal. Too many constraints. I don't want this. 46 to 50 pizza toppings. I'm going to put my money on set theory. Lovely. I don't know whether it's the right decision. The table gives below the number of actors selected from S1, S2, S3, and S4 acting in 5 different places. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. The values in brackets give the total number of actors who were selected from each school. The number of actors who took part in 5 plays. In S1, 8 plus 7, 15, 21, 25, 28. And so there are 28 plays and 20 people. And so 18 of them could have acted in 1 each. 2 could have acted in 5 each. And from S1, 2 people could have come in. Lovely. This could be right up our alley. From S1, we get 2. There are 28 people. Number of plays is 28. Number of people is 20. So 2 could have acted in 5 each. S2, there are 15 people totally. The total number of plays is 9, 11, 20, 27. So 12 of them could have acted in 1 each, and 3 could have acted in 5 each. 12 into 1, 3 into 5. 3 could have acted in 5 each. An actor selected from a school might not get to act in any of the 5 plays. We need to be careful about this. An actor selected from a school might not get to act in any of the 5 plays. So let's look at this. S1, there are 20 people and 25 plays. Out of these 20 people, 25 plays, 5 people could have acted in. No, this can't work. Lovely. S1, 3 people could have acted in all 5 plays. The guys acted in P5, acted in all 5. And then some actors were Vela. S2, 2, minimum number. S3, 2. We don't have to worry about everything else. S4, 3, minimum number. Because we could have three guys acting in from S1, three guys acting in P5, that three guys acting in all five plays, and one additional guy in P4, three more in P6, four more in P7, five more in P1, and then there'll be some guys who are not acting in anything. An actor selected from a school might not get to act in any of the five plays. He could just be a bystander. So that whole math is wrong. So minimum number of people who could have acted in all five plays from S1 is three. The guys who acted in P5, minimum number. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. 3, 2, 2, 3. That is 10. The number of actors who took part in five plays cannot be more than 10. You could have 3 from S1, 2 from S2, 2 from S3, 3 from S4. The number of actors who were selected for more than one play cannot be less than. More than one play. Maximum number who could have been in more than one play. From school 1, P1 and P2. 7 people could have acted. Oh, second largest number. I think we're on to something here. S1, P1 and P2. 8 people acted in P1, 7 in P2. So 7 could have acted in 2 plays. Cannot be less than. Cannot be less than. What is the maximum it can be? Cannot be less than this. What is the minimum it can be? Sorry. The number of actors who were selected for more than one play cannot be less than. More than one play. Minimum number of people for more than one play. So if you have some people not even acting, then more than one play could be a lot. Make sure everybody is acting. Number of actors who were selected for more than one play. S1, there are 20 plays, 25 play times and 20 people. 28 and 20. There will be 2 guys who could have acted in 5 each. Make them act in everything. So this could be interesting. So what would we do here? For S1, 28 play occurrences, 20 people. If some people are sitting out, then remaining or selected for more than one play, you want it to be as low as possible. Cannot be less than this. As low as possible, we want that number. So have 18 people attend one play each, and 2 people attend 5 plays each. Exactly 2 people who attended 5. In S2, there are exactly 3 who attended 5. Everybody else has attended only 1. S3 adds up to 8, 11, 18, 23. 23 plays. How many people? Only 7 people. So make it as, so 3 into 1 plus 4 into 5. 4 into 5 is 20. 3 into 1, 23. So 4 people could have acted in 5 each. And remaining 3 could have acted in 1 each. That works. S4, 7, 12, 20, 26 plays and 12 people. So make some of them act 5. So 3 into 5 is 15. Remaining 9 into 1 is 9. 24 doesn't work. 4 into 5 is 20. 8 into 1, yeah. 4 people acting in all 5. And we could have this scenario. 4 people act in all 5. They account for 20 plays. Remaining 8 people. 4 into 5 is 20. Remaining 8 people, 6 of them act, 2 don't act. Maximum 4 we can do. So cannot be less than minimum number of people. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. Cannot be less than 13. It can be 13. We could have 2 people from S1 acting in 5 plays each. 3 in S2 acting in 5 plays each. 4 in S3 acting in 4. 4 in S4 acting in 5. Everybody else acting in 1 each. That's the best case scenario to have the least number of people doing more than 1. That will be 13. If play P5 was cancelled, then the number of actors selected for more than one play from S2 and S3 together cannot be less than S2 and S3 together. Let's do this. S2, there are 15 people. Number of plays is P5 is cancelled. So 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 9, 20. People is 15. S3, there are 7 people. Total number of plays is 8 plus 3, 11 plus 7, 18. 7 people, 18 plays. From S2 and S3 alone. 15 people, 20 plays. So I have 1% play all 5. That won't work because there'll still be 14 people for 15 plays. So minimum 2 should have acted in more than one play. You're talking about more than one play. Here, 2 people act in 5 each, cannot work. 3 people act in 5 each. 3 into 5 is 15. Remaining 4, yeah. 3 people acting in 5 each. Sorry, not 5 each, only 4 each. We need to be very careful, not 5. I'm thinking about the previous numbers, 15 and 20. So 2 into 4 plus 13 into 1. 2 into 4, 8. 8 plus 13, 21. That works. Here, 3 into 4 plus 4 into 1. 12 plus 4, 16. Doesn't work. 4 into 4. And people 18, right? 8, 11, 18. 4 into 4 is 16. One minimum 4, minimum 2 are 6 people. Assume actors selected for P5 are not substituted elsewhere. I don't understand this. That means they can just sit on. So P5 was cancelled. 15 people for 20 plays. 4 is the top. 2 into 4 is 8. Remaining 13 can go. One guy can be just sitting out. 7 people for 18 plays. 4 into 4 is 3 into 4, 12 doesn't work. Remaining only 4 people. 4 into 4, 16, that works. So 2 plus 4, 6 is the minimum number of people. Cannot be less than 6. The least number of actors selected for exactly 2, 3, or 4 plays from all the schools is at least. Exactly 2, 3, or 4 plays. Is at least like the bare minimum. Lovely. So we know these numbers. Let's go back this. Let's see if we can do it 20 and 28. We can do it with 0. 15 and 17, 15 and 27. 3 into 5 is 15. Remaining 12 into 1, 27, 0. S1 there could be 0. S2 there could be 0. 8, 11, 18, 23 and 7. So 23 and 7. 5 into 5, 25 plus 2 into 1. 5 into 5, 2 into 1, 27 and 23. Sorry. 4 into 5, 3 into 1, 20 plus 3. That works. S4 is 26 and 12. Exactly 2, 3, or 4 places at least. So far it is 0. And 26, 12 people in 26 places. So let's say 4 into 5. That is 20 people. 6 into 1. That is 6 people. 26 plays have been accounted for. 2 people are doing nothing exactly to at least. It could be 0. Exactly 2, 3, or 4 plays. The minimum, it could be 0. We could have a scenario which is 0. I'm going to confidently mark 0. At most, how many actors selected from S4 didn't get to act for any play? S4, maximum number of people. So there are 12 and 7, 12, 18, 26. 12 people, 26 plays. Say maximum of 5 of them act in 5 plays. Oh, no. Only 3 could act in 5 plays. Oh my God, that number is still anomalous. Okay, I could have got something wrong here. The previous question. Okay, we'll come back to that. So maximum of 3 people could have acted in all 5. 3 into 5. Then 1 more could have acted in all 4. 1 into 4. This is 15 plus 4, 19. 1 more could have acted in all 3. Plus 3, 22. 1 more could have acted in 2 plus 2. So 19, 22, 24 plus 2, 26. 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 2, 8. Out of 8, we can arguably do this with 8. At most, how many actors selected from S4? 4. Lovely. Didn't work. Didn't work. I think I've definitely got that one thing wrong. I've been asked to do a slightly different format for this. I'm just going to check to see if things are fine. Sorry if I could not explain adequately well for let's do this Windows left arrow. Fine. I've been asked to do this Windows right arrow. So I'm going to move this away. This way we can use the pen and parallelly solve. So I hope the tech is working fine. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to see if the tech is working fine. Wonderful. I've got a message saying all going fine. I was eagerly looking forward to that. I've lost a couple of minutes. That's all right. Wonderful. 2 men do 3/4 of the work done by 3 women and 1/4 the time taken by women to complete the work. 2 men. Oops. I always knew this tech was going to be tricky. Let me just find this. I'm going to do, I don't know what I do. Design, draw on a small pen with red color. Yeah, this should work. No. Red. Does this work? Yeah, lovely. 2 men do 3/4 of the work done by 3 women in 1/4 of the time taken by women to complete the task. 3 women, whatever they do, 3/4 of that in 1/4 of the time. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's say 3/4 of the work done by 3 women. Let's say 1 woman does 12 units in 4 days. Or 3 women do 12 units. So 2 men do 3/4 of this, 9 units in 1 day. 3 women, 4 days. So 12 women days is 12 units. 2 men days is 9 units. 1 man equals 4.5 women. Or women do 2x, man does 9x. Lovely. A woman takes 12 days to complete the task. 5 men and 15 women. And so 2:9 is the ratio in which they do. A woman takes 12 days. 5 men and 15 women. 5 men and 15 women, which is 100 times this. Okay, 15 women. So a woman takes 12 days. So there are 24 units of work to be done. Right. A woman does two. How long will 5 men? 5 men is 45 units they can do. 15 women, 15 into 2, 30, 75. So 2400 by 75. 24 into 4 by 3, 32 days. Wonderful. We lost some time, but we'll catch back this font. Lovely. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Log to the base 3 a cube plus b cube minus a square minus ab plus b cube. A cube plus b cube by a square minus ab plus b square. Log of this plus log of a square plus ab plus b square by a cube minus b cube. A cube plus b cube, a plus b into this. So this is log of a plus b minus log of a minus b. Log of a plus b by a minus b equals 2 to the base 3. A plus b by a minus b is 9. A plus b is 9a minus 9b. 10b equals 8a. What is the ratio of a by b? A by b is 5 by 4. 5 is to 4. 5 is to 4. A by B. Sorry. A by B. I have a 4 by 5, but not a 5 by 4. A cube plus B cube minus A square minus AB minus B square is A plus B. Minus of A minus B. Modulus of A plus B by modulus of A minus B is 9. A plus B equals 9B minus 9A is possible. So 10A equals 8B. A by B is 4 by 5. That's a possibility. There's a modulus involved here. Therefore, it's possibility. I think that should be right. That should be right. Yeah, go to the next one. The area of the largest triangle that can be inscribed in the outermost circle is 4 root 3. Find the total circumference of all 6 circles, given that all 6 circles are collinear. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's do this. So it's a circle, it's a triangle, the circumradius. Largest triangle that can be inscribed is 4 root 3. So let's say A root 3 by 4, A square is 4 root 3. Or A is 4. This radius, this is 4. Area of the largest triangle that can be inscribed in the outermost circle is 4 root 3. So root 3 by 4 A square is 4 root 3. So A is 4. Circumradius is A by root 3, which is 4 by root 3. Given that, find the total circumference of all the 6 circles, given that the area of the largest triangle and outermost circle, find the total circumference of all the 6 circles. Okay. So the radius of the outer circle is 4 root 3. There are 5 inner circle. All their radii add up to 4 by root 3. So circumference of all circles, 2 pi into 4 by root 3 plus 2 pi into 4 by root 3. I just have to check this. This is large circle. This has a radius 4. Put 1, 2, 3. This will measure 4. The total radius will be 8. Diameter plus diameter plus diameter will be 8. Radius plus radius plus radius is 4. Wonderful. So 2 pi into 4 by root 3 plus 2 pi into 4 by root 3. 16 pi by root 3. That should work. Lovely. We don't need to know the relative size of all of these. The price of basmati rice is twice that of brown rice. So basmati brown x 2x. Buy 60 kgs of basmati and 30 kgs of brown, 60 and 30, and sells the mixture at a common price, which is 5% less than the price at which she bought the basmati rice. So 1.9x is what she gets it as. There's overall profit. Bunty, I thought, was a guy. So 120x plus 30x is the cost price. 90 into 1.9x is the selling price. 171x, 150x. 21 by 150 into 100 divide by 3, 7 by 50 into 100, 14%. Yep, that is there. Lovely. I like this. We're still doing poorly on time. We will catch up. How many natural numbers less than 100 have at least 12 distinct factors each? At least 12. 12 distinct factors. Could be of the form p square q cube. 3 into 4 is 12. It could be of the form p power 11, which we don't want. It can be p power 11. It could be 2 into 2 into 3, p into q into r square. It could be pq power 5. That's possible. Pq power 5. Two into 6, 3 into 4, 2 into 2 into 3. Nothing else is possible. 1 into 12 we can forget. So p square q cube, 3 square into 2 cube, that is 72. This is possible. PQR square, 4 into 3 into 5, 60. This is possible. 2 power 5 into 3, 96. This is possible. So 3 numbers have exactly 12 factors. 13 factors, nothing is possible. 14 factors, nothing is possible. These two don't work. 15, nothing is possible. PQ power 6, Q power 6, 2 power 6 is 64. We don't have to worry. P power 12, 2 power 12, we don't have to worry. p square q power 4, not possible. 16 factors, the smallest number I think is 120, pqr square. 17, 18, 19, we don't need to worry. Have at least 3. 12 factors is 3 numbers. That will be 72, 60, and 96, having exactly 12 factors. Too many numbers. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 is 3840. Is that A1, A2, A3, A4, A5? Sum of all this is 30. Product is 3840. They're all in AP. So let's do this. I like these AP type questions. So A3 is 6, middle number. Common difference is greater than 2. Lovely, 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 lovely. 3840 by 6, divided by 6, 36, 24 is 4, 640. 6, remaining these numbers multiply to 640. 640 is 128 into 5. Got to be lots of powers of 2 sitting here. 640, 600. 624, 640, lovely. 648 is okay. 128 into 5. So what is the value of A1, A2? These 4 numbers have lots of 2's in them. 2, 4, 8, 10. 2 into 4, 8, 8, 2, 4, 8, 10. 2 into 10, 20. Either way, decreasing or increasing, will be 20. Lovely, 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 lovely. 7 next. A cube has length. Yeah, cube question. I like that. Cube has length 8 centimeters. Midpoint of the 3 edges that converge at O. Let's have a cube. If they converge at O, midpoint of 3 edges form a triangle ABC, which is A, B, C, 4, 4, 4, 4 root 2, 4 root 2, 4 root 2. The pyramid with the surface ABC is cut out of the cube. Lovely. Find the volume in centimeter cube of the pyramid. I hate you guys. I don't like that. That's the final bit I don't like. There's 4 root 2, 4 root 2, 4 root 2. Lovely. But finding that height is going to be very tricky. So there's 3-dimensional height. Let's think about this. The equilateral triangle has base 4 root 2, 4 root 2, 4 root 2. So this equilateral triangle 4 root 2, 4 root 2. And this, and then they come from each of them. The length here is only 4. So this is 4, this is 4. So you have a triangle of height 4, 4, 4 root 2. Right angle triangle, isosceles right angle triangle, 2 root 2. So the base area is root 3 by 4 into 4 root 2 square. That is the base area of the equilateral triangle. And then we knock it up to the pyramid. And the pyramid has a height of 2 root 2. And 4 root 2 square is 6. 1, 4 will get cancelled. Root 2 square is 2. 2 into 4 is 8. 8 root 3 into 2 root 2. 16 root 6. Root 3 by 4a square is the base. 2 root 2 is the height of that, but 2 root 2 is not the height there. Okay, this is tricky. I'm going to come back to this. So we have left question number 58. Maybe we'll come back to that. We're not doing good on time. Carl the coffee maker makes 2 weeks of coffee bean costing 60 and 120. I like this 60 and 120 questions. Uses only the if he uses only the expensive variety, he'll need to spend 60 and 120. If he uses only this, he'll have to spend 3,600 more. So he's using 60 kgs of this. The 60 is only this. If he makes a mixture of 150 kgs. So this is 90, 60 is to 90, 2 is to 3. Lovely, 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 lovely. Mix the blend, 60 rupee and 120 rupee. 2 is to 3. Lovely. Find the minimum value of f of x equal to max of this. So equate those two. That should work. So x square minus 5x plus 6 equals minus x square plus 5x minus 6. So 2x square minus 10x plus 12 equal to 0. X square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. X minus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. This is minus of this. X square minus 5x plus 3. X square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. X minus 2 and x minus 3. 2 and 3, it becomes 0. The curve like this. The curve like this. We want the minimum of this. So it will be a curve like this. Minimum of this, so it will be a curve like this. Lovely. Find the minimum for all values of x. Okay, maximum of this. Find the minimum value of f of x. F of x could be 0. It will be 0, 2, and 3. Lovely. 2. Amit is calculating the product of n consecutive numbers starting with 15. The product has 4 trailing zeros. What is the smallest value of n? 15, 20, 25 will give us 4 zeros because there's 5 here, a 5 here, and 2 5s here. Smallest value is 11. 15 to 25, 11. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank God there are some silly questions. How many positive integer values satisfy modulus of x minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, less than 4? Modulus of x minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, less than 4. How many positive integer values satisfy this? Lovely, lovely. I'm going to come back to this. So I'm going to write down, I've left 58 and 62. A, B, C, D and E are points on BC, and F is a point on AB such that F, D and AE are parallel to F, E and AC. AC are parallel. If BC is to EC is 5 is to 6. Okay, find D to EC. Similar triangles is written all over this. I'm going to draw this diagram. A, C, B, F, D, E, A. Lovely. BE is to EC is 5 is to 6. This is 5. This is 6. So 5x, 6x. BF is to FA. AF will also be that. This is parallel to this. 5y, 6y. Lovely. So this is 5 is to 6. This will also be 5 is to 6. So 5 is to 6, adding up to, so 5k, 6k. DE is to EC. 6 by 11 times 5x is to 6x. 5 is to 11. Is that there? Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Nice question. Similar triangles. Once you pick it as similar triangles, the question becomes easy. We've left 58 and 62. I would have loved to have scribbled that somewhere, but thankfully the system is showing that. 240 people, how many? We're halfway through, not really doing good on time. 240 people, 160 are laborers. Of this, 60 laborers tested positive for COVID. 240, 160, 80 are COVID positive. Among the non-laborers, 80, all the males tested positive. Males tested positive. All the women tested negative. On the whole, 80 males were found to be positive. The ratio of males to females in the non-laborers group, this is laborers, this is non-laborers, is 7:9, adding up to 16. So 7 into 5, 35 males and 45 women. 80 males were found to be positive, so 45 remaining male. Find the number of female laborers who positive. 45 are male, remaining 35 are female. So 35 female laborers, 80 males totally. Oh, there's an issue here. Of these, 60 tested positive for COVID. Oh my God. 60 laborers tested positive for COVID. Among the laborers, among the non-laborers, all males tested. 80 males. On the whole, 80 males were found to be positive. Ratio of males to female in non-laborers group is 35 to 45. All 35 tested positive. 45 here. Number of female laborers who tested positive is 15. I think I would have loved to have gotten this right the first time. Now I'm feeling a little unsure. The board of Gilli Danda, which has 6 members, meets to select the next 8-member team from among 12 available players. Gilli Danda has 6. They want to select the next 8-member team from 12. They want at least 3 strikers with a mandatory selection of Aman and Billu from 7 strikers. A and B are in 1 of 5. The other 3 members want at most 4 strikers. At least 3, at most 4. So C, D, E, F, G. Select 1 or 2 out of these. And do not want Chaman and Daman to be selected. 3 members want at least 3 strikers with mandatory selections of Aman and Billu. Aman and Billu are there, and they want at least 1 out of 5. At most, the other 3 members want at most 4 strikers. At most 4 from 5. How many different selections? Both groups approve the selection. Okay, at most 3. Okay, A and B are in. We can select 1 more or 2 more. C and D are out from E, F, G. At least 3, A and B are in. At most 4, C and D are out. A and B are already in. C and D are already out. From E, F, and G, we can select 1 or 2. How many different team selections are possible if both groups of selectors approve the final selection of the team? From among the 12 available players. Okay, 12 available players. A and B are in. C and D are out. So there are 8 remaining, out of which we can select 1 more or 2 more. 8C1 or 8C2. 8 or 8 into 7 by 2. 8 into 7 by 2. 28 plus 8, 36. That's not there. I'm doing some screw up somewhere. Three members want at least 3 strikers. At most 4 strikers. There are only 7 available. Okay, back to this number. 7 available. 3 of them want A and B. And at least 3. The other 3 don't want C and D. At most 4. So if you have 3 or 4. A and B are already in. So we want 1 more or 2 more. Out of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 strikers. These 2 are in, these 2 are out. Both groups of selections. So you can either select E only, or F only, or G only, or E and F, F and G, E and G. I get only 6 as the answer. Why are they screwing around with us? How many different team selections are possible? Both groups of selectors approved. A and B should be in. So it could be ABE, ABF, ABG, ABEF, ABFG, ABEG. First group will be happy. Second group will be happy. Only 6. They're messing around with us. A baker incurs a fixed cost and a variable cost in manufacturing. The variable cost is directly proportional to the number of packets of food produced. Average cost decreased by rupees 50 per packet when you increase production from 45 to 70. F plus 45V, F plus 70V. This is 45 into A. This is 70 into A minus 50. What is the total cost of producing 10 packets? The average cost of producing a packet is rupees 435 when 20 packets are produced. F plus 20V is 20 into 435. So production from 45 to 70, this is what happens. Okay, average cost reduces by 50. Okay, what is the total cost of producing 10 packets? What is F plus 10V? Subtract 1 from this. 70 minus 45 is 25V. Okay. F plus 20V we have, F plus 45V, F plus 70V we have. Okay. This is not easy, but I'm running into tougher questions. I need to answer a few of these. Okay, let me skip this also. It's going to take time. At the start of the day, Santosh bought 1,000 fruits from a wholesale fruit vendor, out of which exactly 99% of the fruits were apples. So 1,990 are apples. During the day, Santosh sold some of the fruits, and the percentage of apples at the end of the day was 98% of the remaining fruits. So 10. This 10 forms 2% of the total. 98% are remaining. He sold only apples. 10 stays as it is. 10 forms 2%, or we have 500 remaining. How many apples did he sell? 490. He sells 490 apples, so he still has. Okay. Let me be very careful about this. 1,000 fruits, 990 are apples, 10 are otherwise. So he continues to have 10. At the end of the day, apple was 98% of the remaining fruit. So he has 490 apples and 10 other fruits. He had 990. He has 490. So he sold 500 apples. Lovely. The difference between the roots of the equation is less than root 7. So let's do this. Sum of the roots, a plus b is minus 3k. AB is 5. Difference between the roots also. Sum of the roots square, a plus b whole square minus 2ab is 9k square minus 10. A minus b whole square is 9k square minus 10. A plus b whole square minus 4ab, 9k square minus 20. 9k square minus 20 modulus of this is less than root 7. Minus root 7 less than 9k square minus 20 less than root 7. 9k square minus 20. 9k square minus 20 minus root 7 less than 0. With a minus b whole square. Okay, 9k square minus 20 is less than 7. 9k square less than 0. 9k square less than 27. K square is less than 3. Minus the root 3 to plus root 3. I'm doing some mistake here. Let me go back to the starting point. A plus b is minus 3k. A into b is 5. A plus b whole square is 9k square. 4ab is 20. A square minus 2ab plus b square is 9k square minus 20. Modulus of a minus b is less than root 7. A minus b, that is the square, is less than 7. 9k square minus 20 is less than 7. Or 20 minus 9k square is less than 7. Nine k square less than 27, k less than root 3. K greater than minus root 3. Minus root 3 to root 3. Okay. Or 9k square is greater than 13. K square is Okay. Modulus of a minus b less than root 7. If you square this, a minus b whole square is less than 7. A minus b whole square is 9k square minus 20 is less than 7. This could be 20 minus 9k square is less than 7 also. K square could be greater than 17. Okay. K is greater than minus root 3 or k is less than root 3 or k square. Let's do this. So 9k square is greater than 13. K square is greater than 13 by 9. It's again, I'm missing something. It's not going well at all. Let's do this. Find the area and square centimeters of the given quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, this is nice. We should maybe get this right. So 60 degrees, 120 degrees, 30. This is 4. This is 20. Let's draw this as an equilateral triangle. Make this 60 and 60, 60, 120. This will be 4. These two are parallel. 120 and 30. 16. No. I'm going to draw the diagram again. I'm distracted. Just draw this. This is 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 120 degrees. This is 30 degrees. 60 and 120, these two are parallel. And so this is 4, 4. This is 16. This height is root 3 by 2 times 4. This 30, what could it be? It will be 60, it will be a lovely parallelogram. Only 30. Okay, how do I find this out? What is this? This length equal to draw. So this is a trapezium. That part is tricky. Maybe draw a perpendicular. Lovely. This is 30, 16. This is root 3 by 4 into 4 into 4. This area is 4 root 3. That is covered. We have a parallelogram or not a parallelogram. 120, 60, 4. This is 30 degrees. This will be 4 pi root 3. So 16 minus 4 by root 3. So the half into 16 plus 16 minus 4 by root 3 into root 3 by 2 into 4. That's the altitude. plus 4 root 3. Wonderful. 16 plus 16, 32. 32 by 2 is 16. 16. Okay, there's a half here. We'll knock this off. 32 minus 4 by root 3 into root 3 plus 4 root 3. 32 root 3 minus 4 plus 4 root 3. Veering towards 36 root 3. Minus 4 by root 3 needs to disappear somewhere. Root 3 by 4 into 4 square. That 4 root 3 will remain. Half into 32 minus 4 by root 3 into 4 root 3 by 2 into 2 root 3. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 2 root 3 gets cancelled. I'm veering towards 36 root 3. I'm taking a chance. 12 minus 22 plus 32 minus 42. Lovely, 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 lovely. This is a good question. I've really messed up my quant. Oh, this is 10 plus 2, 20 plus 2, all the way till 1000 plus 2. 10 into 1, 10 into 100, 100 terms here, 50 pairs. So 12 minus 22, 32 minus 52, 50 pairs of minus 10. This minus 500. 1 to 150 pairs of minus 10. No time for this. No time for this. 3 bakers can bake a cake in 8, 12, and 15 minutes respectively. The time they spent is in the ratio 16 is to 12 is to 21. 16 is to 12 is to 21. 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. How many hours did they work in total? In baking a total of 264 cakes. Oh my God. So 16 by 8 to 12 by 12, 1. 21 by 15 is 7 by 5. So they make in the ratio 10 is to 5 is to 7. 22. 264 by 22 is 12. So they make 120 cakes, 60 cakes, and 84 cakes. They work in total 120 by 8. 120 cakes, 120 into 8, 960 minutes. 60 into 12, 720 minutes. 960 minutes is 16 hours. 720 is 12 hours. 84 into 15 by 60, 21 hours. 16, 28, 49 hours. Yeah, lovely. I don't think I'll have time for anything more. I think I've heavily underestimated quant. I thought DALR was redeemed well. F of m plus 2 minus f of m plus 1 is f of m. F of 12 equal to 145. F of 16 is 998. Now we're not going to get that. I'm just going to watch the timer fall down and drop inexorably for the last 16 seconds. The pyramid formula, I should have got that. 4 root 2, 4 root 2, 4 root 2, equivalent triangle. And then a height on top of that with 4, 4, 4. Maybe I could have still tried it, but none of the choices came close. Wonderful. So I'm going to jump out of this, jump into this, and then probably stop sharing my screen for a few seconds. Do this. Now that the exam is over, there's no pressure. But I don't know how to stop sharing my screen. Bear with me. I'm still trying to figure that out. Return to meeting. Lovely. I'm going to stop share. So hopefully now you can see me. I'm going to find out a mechanism to now access that scorecard. Fine. So I've not yet got my handle on that. I'm going to close a bunch of windows. My gut feel is verbal went all right. DALR was all right. But quant was a disaster. And I could have definitely done better with quant. I just simply don't like it if I mess up quant. I'll live with it. I'm going to go back to there's some part where I had to access the key. I'm trying to find that. hang with me here. Just wait with me. There's a lovely email from Ravi Teja, where he had given me the address, email address, and login. I've been auto logged out of this. So bear with me here. Wonderful. Now I need to go and figure out some the mechanism to see the solutions. I don't know how to do that. My classes, games, videos, tools, ebooks, not write mocks. There was something else. Analysis or articles or something like that. I'm going to see how to get there. Maybe I have a message somewhere. Guys, please help me out to say, how do I go to the analysis part? How do I go to checking out the scorecard? Fine. So please help me out on chat window. I'm going to, maybe it's a tools section, MBA profilizer. It doesn't look like that. Important formula doesn't look like that. Oops. Okay, let me maximize the screen. It's not B school rankings. I'm just going to see how to get there. Topic test, sectional test, write mocks, GK zone, ebooks, tools, grammar zone. I want to know how to get to the analysis part. So I would love it if one of you guys could ping me on chat, or I'll go to the YouTube window. I'm sure plenty of you know how to do that in the YouTube window. Write mocks, cat mock analysis. I will try that. I will go to write mocks and then put cat mock analysis. Lovely. This we did mock cat number 12. Obviously, it has not gone well. Anyway, let's have a look at this view analysis. Overall performance analysis, percentile graph. Lovely. Let's do this. Accuracy. 18 correct responses, 7 incorrect responses, on which 5 were wrong. DILR is 10 and 4. I'm continuing to get a lot of errors in DILR. Quant, my attempts were very low. So not a great performance, but such is life. I'm not overly peeved. I'm not going to be worried about a mock cat performance. I've taken too many of these. Okay, tone based. Okay. So I've got some trickier ones wrong. Many people seem to have got this wrong. I've also got them wrong. Okay, let's do DILR. I don't remember which sets I did, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Quant was too slow. I would love to see some of the solution, because some 2 or 3 questions I got. Oh, I'm not shared my screen. Sorry about this. Okay, I don't know. I'll come back to this. Sorry about this. I've not shared my screen. I know how annoying it must have been. Wonderful. I'm going to share my screen and show the scorecard, which is not a very flattering percentile. Not great in any of the 3 sections. I think somebody is calling me to tell me that I've not shared my screen. Screen share podle. Thank you. Sorry guys, sorry, really sorry about this. I was looking at the screen, I was looking at my score and all of that, but I realized that I had not shared my screen. Obviously, not a great percentile, great performance. I'm particularly peeved with Quant, and DILR I seem to have made some error as well. I found the paper to be very interesting. I thought the DILR was reasonable. I made one set of mistakes. I had to come back and fix them. That would contribute to an error rate. In Quant, I made a series of errors in some computation, some calculation, something just kept going wrong. So I need to up my Quant game. There's still time, 6 more days. Verbal, I'm fine. I don't think I made specifically big blunders. I seem to have got 5 questions wrong. I'll go through it. If I have time, I'll go through it, but I'm not worried about verbal. In Quant, I need to be quicker in solving some bits. In DILR, I shouldn't get stuff wrong. Fine. I'm not going to go through this in any more detail. The accuracy part, 7 incorrect responses, 4 and 3. My quant attempts were very low. I should have got maybe 4 or 5 more questions, and percentile would have been nice. In DLR, the error rate should have been lower. I think I get some idea wrong. In verbal, I'm happy. I'm not worried about my verbal performance. I maybe 1 or 2 fewer errors, but that's all right. That's such as life. So fewer errors and more attempts. I would have been happier with that. I live. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm not feeling too peeved. Please update your strength finder. My strength has already been pounded. So I'm going to clip out of the screen share mode as soon as I can figure out how to do it. Fine. So do this. Let's do this one. How do I go to Zoom? Lovely. Stop share, and I'm back. I'm going to pop over to the YouTube screen. Lovely. I'm just going to have a chat now. Good that you guys also seem to have enjoyed this session. Thanks a lot for dropping by, having fun. I quite enjoyed solving this. I thought I would. I actually thought I would have done better than 95. So stuff happens. I was very peeved with my quant performance. I'm really sorry about this, the 3-minute mishap where I completely forgot to share the screen. I was looking at my score and I forgot to share the screen. I didn't even see the many comments that are here because I was looking at what was happening there. Many apologies for that. And it was lovely going through that cat. Hope you guys got some insight into at least how I'm going through this cat. Fine. So as I said, I'm not really embarrassed about the cat score. I might pretend to be. This is a mock cat, so I'm not worried. I would have, obviously I'm competitive. So anytime I get I finish cats and I want to get 5 more marks. So there's no kidding that I want to get more marks. I'm not above all that, but I'm not going to be embarrassed and be disappointed with the score. I'm happy. Fine. Wonderful, guys. So can you show which questions got wrong in quant? I don't know that it's a good value of time there. I think there are 3 questions wrong. I know which ones are wrong. I know roughly which ones I took a chance with. Paper analysis, I'm not going to spend too much time in this because it's going to be, the experience is something that is share worthy, but the analysis is going to be unique to my strengths and my weaknesses and what I did and what I got wrong. So the value from the analysis is going to be for me, not much for the rest of you guys. Those of you who have access to that paper, you're obviously going to go through and see what that is. And I'm going to go and have a good chat. We thought we'll have a chat from 10:45 upwards. I'm going to have a look at our own team, what these guys are saying from 2 a.m. So just to know that nothing went wrong midway. Right? And then we'll have about 15-20 minutes of just saying what we can do in the last 5-6 days. Wonderful, guys. What should be done in the last 4 or 5 days? Take as much rest as possible. I knew I was taking this mock and I made it a point to somehow try to squeeze in an afternoon nap and switch off. And so take as much rest as possible. Make sure your adrenaline works for you, your energy works for you. You need to be pumped up before the exam. So leave all thoughts of something going wrong or something not falling in place outside. Be ridiculously well prepared administratively. So take your water bottles and 2 pens and hand sanitizers and gloves and masks and all of that. Duplicate them, triplicate them, put them in different pouches, keep them aside a couple of days ahead of time so that you're not worrying about any of this in the last minute. Your hall ticket, printout, photograph, does it match? Is it in sync with the original one? Do the whole shebang. Set everything up and keep it aside so that you're not worrying about in the last day. Eat well, sleep well. From now, we're on the last mile. We're what, 6 days to the exam. Don't take mocks if you cannot be absolutely zen about the score in the last 3 days. And so you've done enough. So you're taking the exam on Sunday, definitely on Friday and Saturday, don't take mocks. Mocks can be tiring. If they're not tiring, they're useless. And so make sure that you're pumped up and full of energy when you're going into the exam, and belief and feel good factor. Comic series thrillers, good novels, good books, music, sport. Find what works for you, and then do that. And so, don't do over aggressively so that you injure yourself. If you're playing sport, but do something that makes you feel good, that makes you pumped up. It's very, very, very crucial. So keep that in mind. From now on, it's about energy, intensity, adrenaline, and feel good. It is not about how much you know, what theorems you know, what performance you know, what strategy you have, how many mocks you have taken, what are your last 3 mock percentile scores. I know our mind tends to wander to all this. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. Eat well, sleep well, drink plenty of water, focus and spend time, energy, bandwidth, mental space on being pumped up. Be very clear about that. I'm going to go and answer a few questions. Are you going to give CAT this time? Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it on the 3rd slot, which is a slot I hate. I've got completely used to a nice afternoon siesta in this lockdown. So right when I'll be usually sleeping, I have to go and take an exam. Right? How to increase question section attempts. Don't chase attempts. I think I was chasing attempts in the quant section because I knew it was not going well. And that doesn't go well. That doesn't result in anything good. So do not chase attempt. Right? Getting average of 95 percentile and CL mocks, actual percentile will be through the roof, my friend. CL mocks, the 2 I've taken are properly tough. The percentile measures are also tough. These are tough exams, and the percentile numbers are also worse than usual. And so if you're getting 95 consistently in CL, you're looking at 99-ish. Go out there and have a go. What adjustment should you do from mocks to actual CAT? All the mocks I've seen, including the 2 CL mocks I've taken, the actual CAT is significantly easier than these. You can take it for granted that it'll be easier. Go in with that mindset. There are usually cranky questions with weird taps and deliberate vagueness in reading comprehension, and slide traps in quant, and random second clauses in DILR. All those are not present in CAT. And my best suggestion is go through the actual CAT paper to get a good sense of how difficult or what range of difficulty this paper is going to be in. Don't muddle yourself with the thought that they're going to catch you out and find something insanely tough. That doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. CAT exams are lovely and attemptable. At the speed that I did today, in usual CAT, I would have attempted all questions in VARC. That's how it will be. I'll probably have done it with 2-3 minutes to spare so that I would have checked a few answers. DALR, 12 out of 10, 20 I'm attempting uncomfortably. Quant out of 25, I'm shooting for doing 23, 24. And they're not as difficult as this. They're not as dicey as this. They're not, error rate is much lower than this. And so the level of difficulty of actual mock vis-a-vis most mocks you have taken, actual CAT, not actual mock, actual CAT is going to be substantially easier. And so work yourself up for that. So it's like, to give you a cricket analogy, you're playing in all these mocks, chasing 220, 230, that kind of wickets. But actual CAT is a 300 wicket. So you can go there and hit through the line and play lofted shots from day 1, from minute 1, from over 1. So don't be ultra worried about every imagined trap and imagined issue in the exam. Go in with a nice clean slate and go looking to kick ass. And very crucial. What is the level of difficulty of this mock vis-a-vis? VARC was 5-10% tougher. DALR was 10% tougher. Quant was 20% tougher. Not tougher, but more time consuming. The first few questions were very easy and then became slightly more time consuming. The exam was not insanely tough, but actual CAT will be easier than this. Remember that. Should we review our old mocks? I would spend time reviewing actual CAT paper. There are 6 available actual CAT papers. Spend a lot of your time going through those questions, especially because you'll have to make a mental reset to the level of difficulty you're going to face in the exam vis-a-vis the ones you've faced in the mocks. If actual CAT is at this level, all the mocks are at this level or higher. So you'll have to reset yourself and you'll have to see a set of easy questions and get your belief back and say, look, the actual CAT method, I can attempt 90% of the questions. My mocks were never like this. You'll have to go through that realization before the exam. So my preferred strategy, there are 6 actual CAT papers available. Spend time in going through them so that you make that reset. How to improve VARC? There's no magic bullet, my friend. My preference, RC is the mothership. Don't worry too much about para jumble, sentence elimination, para summary. Within those three, my preferences used to be for para jumble, but once they made it theta, I'm not liking it. So I go through the paper, then I hit para summary, sentence elimination, then para jumble. Theta drives me crazy as far as the VRC section is concerned. The para jumbles are concerned. Getting 60 to 68 in mocks, please guide for us. 60 to 68 is good. So I think you can automatically, with the level of difficulty being adjusted, you're looking at 90-ish. 90-ish is good in a 2-hour paper. And so you tell yourself you're going to replicate your best quant, best DILR, best VRC on the day, and get lucky. And what is the level of difficulty of quants and actual cat? Simpler than this paper. Not good in quants, please help. Keep your wits with you. Focus on arithmetic. Find the 10 questions, 6 questions that you can attempt. You're good. On slot-wise difficulty level, how can we say slot 2 will be tougher or slot 3 will be easier? What about slot 1? Because they're going to get the surprise of the new pattern. Yeah, definitely. But they do normalize. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. The variables that you can't control, don't worry about them. If you're in slot 1, you're going to know how many questions are there in each section when you click. And you get about 45 seconds to process that information. Slot 2 and slot 3 probably get a few hours to process that information. What they're going to do with that information, God knows. Sometimes it messes with your mind. If it's scoring 80 to 120, 99 percentile, very good score. Very good chances. First timers, you have advantage of not carrying a bias. So switch off, do the previous year papers, go in with one bhayankar belief, and you should be like the youngster in the cricket team or the football team. And so I don't know if you guys watch cricket or football. As you're watching cricket, when Tendulkar made his debut as a 16-year-old, he would be the guy who's running all the time, who'll go from fine leg all the way to tell hi, hello to the bowler. It's chatty. All new players bring in enthusiasm. And then he'll feel that short leg. He'll want to wicket keep if he could. So be the guy who's with boundless energy, with no preconceived notions, with one cool, happy air about you. 99 percentile score, 100, 105, 110, 99 percentile should happen. This paper for the actual cat. Sorry, not 99 percentile. 99 percentile will be a little higher. 120, 125, 99 percentile should happen. 120, 125. But we don't know. They could revert to a 100 question paper, in which case everything is very different. Prep plan in the next 4-5 days, previous year papers, simple revision, lots of reading, lots of fun, focusing on feel good, eat, sleep, drink water pattern, and feel good. Should third slot people take feedback from first and second thought? Depends on you. If you think it'll mess with your mind, shut yourself off. My gut feel, what am I going to do? I'll probably get some input because so many of our students and employees are writing. They're going to give me a call at some point of time and say, this is how I did. So I'll know the pattern. And then before the exam, I'll switch everything off and then go in. I don't care about the pattern. And apparently in cricketers, every cricketer, when he's getting out and going out, they'll give the new guy some input. A couple of players used to not give too much bhav to it. One is Virendra Sehwag, other is Vivian Richards. He would make it a point to not listen to that. He doesn't care. He goes in thinking he's the king of the county. He's going to bash up bowlers. How does he care how the previous batsman felt? So don't worry. Shut it off and get into your positive space. 60 to 68 in mocks, take rest. This number automatically translates to 90. Little bit of luck and everything falling in place, some adrenaline, you're upwards of 100. That's a great place to be. Mock scores are demotivating. Can I stop mocks and start sectionals? Definitely. You don't even have to do sectionals. There are 600 actual cat questions sitting there. Focus on them. Good attempt at a 24 question QA. If you have a near 100% accuracy, 17, 18 should take you places. Places as a 99 percentile. 12 on your upwards of 94, 93. Covered this, got 84 in this mock. This is a good score. I would argue 84 in this mock, you're automatically getting 105, 110 in the actual paper. which is upwards of 94, 95. I'm not too sure about the percentile number that it threw up today. What's your score today? I shared the screen. If you have not picked it, you can probably rewind it and you can have a go at it. You don't need to go back to passage to answer the questions. I know I frequently do. But the bigger the difference, the trick that I follow very religiously is I read the passage in my own space. I don't rush through. I don't look at questions and start looking at it. I try to take in the flavor of the passage, where it is funny, what is slightly different from everything else. That'll come. Any trip for morning slots, be very active early in the morning from now till the exam. I'm getting really worked up over the upcoming cyclone in Chennai. Tell me about it. It's going to last for 4 or 5 days. Shut off from external news. Be in your cocoon, be in your bubble as much as possible. Sahil Arora actually asked a question and somebody else has already replied to it. Stuck between 90 and 95 in CL mock. That's a good place to be in, my friend. 85 in this mock is a lovely score. I think that automatically translates to 105 plus. If you get lucky, it is 115, 120. That's brilliant. You should not have flat pitch, tricky wicket, something for the bowlers. Yeah, that'll be all fun. The one thing I keep going into the exam is I want it to be tough in my favorite section and easy in the section that I'm weak in. If it's tough in your good section, you get more of an advantage. So I think I love quants, and I'm not such a big fan of DILR. Easy DILR and tough quant, I love it. 2IM TNEB isn't Kamal Hassan either. I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not getting that reference. Maybe I missed something. On chocolate distribution concept of 2IM. I don't know what the chocolate distribution is. Trying your luck on the last two options. Get some trial in. I usually have some gut feel, and I always back my gut. Photo need not be same. Photo needs to be the same, but they've historically not been that insistent on it. They say photo needs to be the same, but they're not that insistent on it. That's historical. They might change this year. 120 in mocks is fantastic. Fantastic. You're already looking at 140, 150, which is top draw. You have a shot at 100th percentile. Residential program available for 2IM? Definitely not, and nor would we recommend it. We'll never have it. I don't think it's worthwhile stopping everything and preparing for CAT. 2 sets in DILR is fine. Will they postpone CAT in Chennai due to cyclone? I don't think so. I cannot focus on anything right now. Draw a line, watch something, switch off for a day. You need your energy more than anything else. Watch some TV, watch some TV series that hooks you on. Play sport, listen to music, watch movies, speak to people, pick up the phone, go on a jog, walk, play, do something that switches you off and then brings you back in. It's very crucial because we're all. I'm thinking about the exam and I have practically nothing on the line. So I'm sure you all emotionally invested heavily in this. And that emotional investment can be very draining. Waiting for something can happen is killing. And so it's very tiring. So make sure you find your avenues to switch off. That's very crucial in the last few days. We need to remember all answers as to predict score. They'll release the dates. They usually release the data with all your score. Can we carry the 4 in one pack? I don't know which 4 you're talking about. Go back. 100 plus in actual CAT, good. 45 in mocks, what to do? Take rest, consolidate, find the section where you're the weakest in and narrow down your focus to simplify. Just aiming for 80th percentile in VARC. Any last minute tips? Read slowly. 17 SimCAT should be a good score. DLR set selection have some preconceived rule. I like data only sets. I like set theories. I like mathematical puzzles. I hate too many constraints. That's my algorithm. I'm going to work with that. Just scored 105 in time mock. It should be equal. It should be good for ABC. You're in the space. Fear is increasing and confidence is falling. Switch off, go into a bubble, watch, speak to good people, Don't get put down. Drink water, run, jog, move your hands about physically. Having blood flow through your veins is usually a wonderful mechanism for calming your mind. Different people have different routines. For some, meditation works. For me, physical movement and playing and running around and just moving really works. That can help. How many DLR sets to cross IAM sectional cutoffs? 2, and you're on ice, and you're home and dry. 1 and 2 more questions, you could still be cool. 90 and 100 and IMS and time, lovely. You're in the 99 percentile range. This is, I think, Shweta Yadav. 90 to 100 is a good score. Safe number of attempts per section for an 85th percentile. We're guessing. We don't even know how many questions are there going to be in each question. This is Priyans Vashisht. We don't know, so it's tough to measure. 75 in CL marks is a good score. 75 marks is a good score. That will translate to a 90th percentile plus easily. I enjoyed solving actual CAT DLR sets and RCs, but I'm hating mocks. Me too. None of the mocks I've done so far have given me the same high as actual CAT. Actual CAT is a joy to write. They find beautiful passages. They find wonderful questions, lovely DLR sets. It makes me light up. So I get happy when I'm doing actual CAT. That will happen this time also. So back yourself that you will enjoy actual CAT, be less tired, have more adrenaline work for you. Don't worry about it. 98 percentile in actual CAT. How many marks should be scored? We don't know even how many questions will be there, my friend. This is Ganga Sagar Singh. Those of you who are taking so many mocks with 75 questions, keep your mind open to the possibility that there could be 100 or 120 questions. God knows. Fine. So don't be completely bought into one possible scenario. How to improve marks scored less than 10% in mock? Consolidate. Probably attempting too many and getting a cartload wrong. Fix 5 topics, get them right in Quant. Pick 1 passage, get it right in TLR. Read 2 RCs, get all questions right. Reduce what you're attempting and get it right. Murali Vaidishwaran, what is theta? Type in the answer. TITA. 70, 80s is good. It's good. That will translate automatically to 90 to 100, which will be the ballpark for 90th percentile plus. Aniket Agarwal, Quant and DILR not great. If you're doing mocks, Quant and actual CAT is simpler. DILR and actual CAT is way simpler. Back yourself to smash these. The percentage, the average is, the arithmetic share in actual CAT is way higher. So if you focus on arithmetic, half the questions give or take will be from there. 90% of arithmetic questions are attemptable. So if there are 25 questions, you can definitely pick 10, 11, get them right. That takes you to 85th percentile. 50 plus in VRC, but DLR and QR around 10 to 15. The scores are 10 to 15, you're attempting too many. So shrink your attempts so that you get them right. Do we need to carry negative COVID report with us? I don't think so. Actual CAT will be simpler. Keep that in mind. Actual CAT will be way simpler than the simplest mock you've seen. Likely, but definitely way simpler than the median mock you've seen. Should we take the 3R previous Ferret papers? Don't worry about taking them, but go through the questions. You need to make an adjustment between the level of difficulty you're seeing in the mocks and level of difficulty you're likely to face in the exam. Exam will be simpler. So in order to make that adjustment, go through previous year CAT papers. They're lovely to do. The passages are beautiful. Puzzles are thrillingly fun. So you need to make sure that you make that adjustment from these vague, annoying, creepy, difficult mocks to fun, breezy, enjoyable, entertaining, fun, joyful actual CAT. So in order to do that, go through actual CAT question papers. You don't need to solve them as a mock. Go through the papers. From now on, you should probably shift to going through papers rather than solving the mocks. Make that shift. Abhishek Kale, you're at a good place, my friend, is a reply. I don't know what context is good place, but if somebody from 2AM is saying you're in a good place, you must be in a good place. When I solve past CAT papers, it seems like I know so many things. Likewise, my friend, so too for me. One of the reasons why I never really trust percentiles and other mocks is I know that always actual CAT is better than this. Always. It has been so from 99 onwards to 2020. Most mocks are not in the same league as CAT. Forget the level of difficulty. CAT is fun. The questions carry an X factor. Maybe because those guys need to create only 200 questions, or this year 220 questions. We guys, we do 20 marks. So we do 20 into 100, and then we do sectionals. So because we do so many, we don't have enough creative questions which are wonderful for each of our marks. So there's some repetitive patterns creep in. So we amp up the level of difficulty in order to make ourselves feel that the level of difficulty is not dropping. So it becomes tougher and vaguer, but not better quality. Always CAT is more fun. Remember. Can we utilize time saved in one section for another section? Of course not. You're writing 3 exams of 40 minutes each. 3 clean sets out of 6 in DILR. God knows. We don't even know how many questions are there, friends. So I'm making all my predictions and based on several assumptions. And any 3 of which could be hogwash on the day of the exam. So don't take these percentile predictions too seriously. Our best wishes are always with you, friends. Somebody said we need your wishes. 2IIM best wishes are always with you. Which section can be tough this year? I think DILR will continue to be decent. I think all section 3 will be more balanced this year. But I think of the 3, DILR will be that little bit tougher, especially because the shorter section makes the pressure on DILR much higher. If you get one set wrong and you spend 12 minutes, you're dead. You don't have time to recover. And that's a pain. VRC not getting marks, what to do in the last few days? The one thing that I can suggest is read slowly. 90 to 97 in both CL and IMS, fantastic. So you tell yourself that you're 97, the real one. And in 97, the sectional percentage, if you've got 99, 98, and 99 as the biggest, all 3 will happen. And then you'll get an overall 99 point something plus. Carry that belief into the exam. There is no reason you should not replicate your best VRC, best Quant, and best DILR in the exam. And then some. So from now, relax, go into your zone, watch, be rested, watch something, play, run. And go in with one Josh. You need to give yourself the best chance. Remember that. Inclined towards cricket, that can happen. Sometimes the puzzles, especially in our sweet spot topic, we intuitively get it. Sometimes we end up making more assumptions. Sometimes we get drawn to it, but the puzzle is too tough. 2 to 3 DILR said, do it at your natural pace. It will happen if it has to happen. My gut feel is DILR, they could probably have a few questions which are fewer questions in each set, or they might change the style of questions a little bit, because otherwise it becomes very cruel. One mistake and you end up paying a huge price, especially in DILR. So keep an open mind for DILR. Don't amp up attempts unnecessarily. Love the exposure via YouTube. Many thanks. The comments and chat windows, subscriptions and likes, they keep us going very often. So many thanks for that. When is 2IIM starting classroom centers? We do not have a plan, my friend, mainly because we've got very used to online. Our online platform, the LMS that we use is fantastic. We're doing 2 live sessions every week now, and we'll be doing 4 or 5 every week from April onwards. So we will cram in something like, not cram in, we'll comfortably, joyfully do something like 150 live sessions through the year. And we will have 5,000, 6,000 videos, all modularized, sitting inside the course, from absolute basics to beyond CAT level, all placed on a platter. So go online, you'll find us all over the place, and all over the place in good format. But because we've got so comfortable with online, we get to interact with so many students from so many places that I don't think we'll find the need to go to a classroom model. $92 marks, could stop giving marks. Now is not a great time to give plenty of marks, maybe 1 or 2 more. Even that, if you don't do, but focus on looking at the previous year papers, it'll be better. Will the CAT DILR level be lower than the CL mock? Definitely, yes. Definitely. Karthik Vijay, thanks for giving us an Insta mention. And all of you guys who've been here, who've been watching us for such a long time, please do subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. All these things help. So we eagerly look to see what subscriptions we have, what comments we have, what likes we have. I know these are notional metrics; they have no value in the real world. But you create content and you put yourself out there. You like to see that people do respond and click. So please do that. Do we need to prepare for basic LR? Not required, because most of the puzzles these days are a combination. They're not that easy. Sahil Arora has probably gotten carried away. Will training program duration of a company be? Yeah, if it is full-time employment and you're getting trained within that, then it is counted as work experience. If it is internship or part-time or unpaid, then that's gray area. Any special prep plan for XAT by 2 a.m.? Of course, yes. There's a fabulous XAT course available online. And for XAT, the big adjustment is business decision making. We have hands down the most kick-ass BDM package that's available. So go through all our content, whatever we have plenty of it available for free on our platform. And we have lovely samples available on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Sign up as a trial user. Check us up inside. You like it, then you pay some money and buy it. Otherwise, you've already taken value from freely available content. So you don't have to. The XAT BDM is the elephant in the room, and we do a damn neat job of it. We take a lot of effort in getting BDM, and I still get so many wrong in BDM that it annoys the hell out of me that it is this difficult. So I stay out of the really creepy sets. But the rest, whatever I've learned from the mistakes, we try to weave it in and say whether we can create a set of rules to do. Akib Javad would love to meet you as well. So we should love to meet. Maybe we should catch up next time you're in Chennai. Drop in, we'll have a chat. Should I do mocks or revise? What to do? Any piece of advice? More focus on revision, more focus on going through previous year paper, focus on relaxation, energy, focus on realigning the level of difficulty from mock CAT to actual CAT, which is actual papers. And so those are the things to advise on. Those are the things to focus on. When you solve mocks, it feels as easy. I hope it does, because it doesn't feel easy at all for me. I feel like this paper is tough. I'm not in my comfort zone. And two, I feel like I'm making mistakes, and I've invited 500 people to look at the mistakes I'm making. And so thankfully, I've done this exam many times and I have some track record. Otherwise, I would be a mess at the end of each mock which we take on YouTube. It's a high pressure scenario. Why do you choose teaching after IIM? I like teaching. This is the DVO organization. I like teaching. I like the idea of breaking down an idea and reconstructing it and explaining it and articulating it. Old-fashioned teaching basics. I love them. The Great Lakes 1 year PGM PGPM is a lovely course. It's worth spending 1 year. They do a lot of effort. I have a good respect for what Great Lakes do in their course. I like their college. I've been to their campus a few times. I know a lot of their alumni very well, I must say. And I enjoy their company. I enjoy the sessions by Mr. Bala Balachandra. I go through his YouTube sessions. They're lovely. What he stands for and what he has built is remarkable. Very nice gentleman. So I have a lot of respect for him. Therefore, by extension, I like Great Lakes. There was one question between how do we differentiate between, I'm trying to find, how do we differentiate between highly critical and mildly critical? You won't get those questions. Which of these are highly critical and mildly critical? That's just nonsense. You won't get questions saying which of these are mildly critical. Don't worry about it. OMIT courses, CET or CMAT. We do offer an automatic course for IFT, SNAP and XAT. CMAT and CET we don't, but our course is pretty much extendable for anything. If you're not getting good marks in mocks, focus on going through the actual CAT papers, focus on feel good. I haven't really started preparing for XAT. Would 1 month suffice? Give it a go, my friend. Don't stay wondering. 1 month is a lot of time. Going through the actual mock XAT papers for thrice, going through BDM in depth, hitting jackpot in BDM, getting 98 overall, walking into XLRI, it has been done in the past. 2 RCs and 1 or 2 more questions. 2 RCs, everything right gives you a good chance. 2 RCs and still some error rate, you're in trouble. Haven't you met Gautam Puri sir? No, I haven't. I last time I went to Delhi, I've had several conversations with Mr. Ark Srinivas. A lovely time. Had talking with him, shooting the breeze. Last time I completely missed it. I think I should have made that request and said, look, I want to meet Mr. Gautam Puri also. It did not occur to me that I could just end up meeting him as well and saying hi, hello. Next time I go to Delhi, I'll definitely make it a point to meet. Assuming he gives me the time. Are you writing any book? No. Author, guide, bookmark? No. You're interpreting too much into it. I like reading all kinds of stuff. You love attacking sets on the go, or you select your sets? I used to be on the go guy, but I've started selecting more aggressively. I like to do the data-driven set, then the mathematical puzzle set, and then do. Solving 2017, 18, 19 paper as mock a good idea? Probably not, because a 3-hour paper. But going through that content and question, that's going to be worth its weight in gold. 115, 17, 18, 19. It's a fabulous score. Fabulous score. You're smack in the 99 percentile territory. Okay. Is your auditor? We would love to. You said hoping to meet you guys and drop in for GDPI prep. We would love to see you and help you out with your PI VAT GDPI. Which again, even for PI VAT, we have a fabulous online course. So we're always welcome to drop into Chennai and have a chat. But online is brilliant. Lasar, yeah, I'm good. 100 to 120 is a good score. Good score. Shivam Gera, many thanks for lovely comments. Any career opportunities available in 2IIM for CAT aspirant? There's a careers page in 2IIM. We're always looking for wonderful guys who are full of enthusiasm and clear thinking. For us, we do have a rigorous recruitment process. You have to go through several interviews with Bharat. We have a reasonably tight recruitment process, but anyone who has good attitude, loads of enthusiasm, we always give them the time. Send your CV, make sure you convey what you're about very well. My slot is I'm taking the third slot, 4:30 to 6:30. Good at VRC and DLR. What to do about quants? Narrow it down. Pick 6 topics in arithmetic. You can get 90th percentile. So plan with that. I would say learn everything in quant, but we have 6 days. So narrow your focus. You should go to places. Average number of sets for 95th percentile, 1.5. 1 full set and 2 or 3 more. And good. Karthik, Vijay, Gopal, Yanamandra, go through our careers page. There are opportunities available. X80 in a month. This is Priyansh Vashisht. X80 in a month. We'll have sessions for how to prepare for X80 soon after CAT is over. But prima facie, the elephant in the room is BDM. The day CAT gets over, take some rest. Maybe take a day off, blow some steam. After that, jump on and practice for BDM. You're good to go. How to solve quant questions more quickly. The boring piece of advice, tons of practice. The elegant part, select the better questions. Nothing else really works. All the best, guys. All the best to all of you. All the best to all our students. All the best to everyone taking CAT. I know sometimes people say it is flawed to say all the best to everyone who's taking an exam in a competitive exam. Of course, it's not flawed. In a competitive exam, you go in, you give your best, you do well, you get whatever percentile you do, you get, you're still a good student, good, enjoying yourself. You don't need to have 97.xx for it to be a good exam. Right? Why do some people not able to get CAT? Oh, plenty of people. CAT is a 3-hour exam or now a 2-hour exam. Some people simply don't test well. Some people don't have a skill set to tick these boxes. And so there are plenty of other things that they do better at. There are plenty of management job they do way better than the guys who've got 75 marks in CL. I said definitely 90th percentile, 93, 94, 95, you can cross 75 marks in CL. I think 90, 95, that range would get you to 98th percentile. Again, I could be wrong. Which center for you? Something in Kundratur. SIBM Bangalore, all right. The main campuses are good. SIBM Bangalore would be kind of 1.5, 2 notches below. Akshat Kumar Agarwal, 70 to 80 total in VRC and QA, 3 to 4 in DILR. Remember, DILR in actual paper is going to be significantly easier than the mocks. Keep that in mind. So your 3 to 4 in DILR could become 6 to 7 questions in DILR, which is 20 marks, which will be brilliant. Well, Mica is a good place. This is Akshat Pujara. Mica is a very good place, especially if you have an advertising marketing brain or inclination for that. I'm not able to score enough questions in mocks. For VRC, read slow. For a DILR, take time, select better sets. For Quant, focus on fewer topics. Consolidate, narrow your focus. Worry about maximizing what you know, not adding new things. One and a half sets for 95. Yeah, it could be. See, you should, in previous years, 9 questions would have got you upwards of 92, 93rd percentile. I'm saying 6, 7 questions could still get you there. 99 percentile, 8, 9 questions should be, maybe 10 questions will get you 99 percentile. 2 full sets and 2 more questions. You should probably be thinking about 99 percentile. This is Jalaj Tiwari. Just this is Karan Paraj, but just getting 70th percentile in Quant. What to do? Narrow your focus, bring down the topics that you're in your sweet spot, focus on them, get them right, you'll go places. This is Venkatraman, 17 AIMCAT should be fine. It's a good place. Solving 4 RCs in 40 minutes is good. My priority would be RCs. I don't like VA questions vis-a-vis RCs, especially because they are TATA. So I keep the VA questions as a buffer. I want to do an RC. Not able to do all RC, always feel short by 1. That is fine. There are 4, 5 passages. Doing 4 of them is completely fine. Don't look to attempt everything. Even you have to revise daily. I would love to, but I don't. But I teach. I handle DLR content and VRC content. I read all the time, and I take math classes. And we are building content for a school course. So I'm going through tons and tons of interesting questions for math for school syllabus, which is automatic preparation for Quant. I'm staying away from the number of questions and marks and percentile because we do not even know how many questions will be there. So parajumble strategy. Keep them to the end, always mark an answer because it's theta. That's it, nothing more than that. Solving 3 RCs enough this time? Probably yes. 12 questions in RC, 4, 5 in VA. They're probably flying into the 99th range if your error rate is low. 18, 2 IMs new pattern mark. 2 IMs new pattern mark is tougher than CAT. I'm told it's significantly tougher than CAT. So definitely good enough. Which are the other happening B schools like Mike? I don't know whether Micah is happening enough. There are plenty. The IM, ABC, LIK, new IMs are good. XLR, AFMS, SP Jain, they're good. Great Lakes is good. So Micah will probably be in the 20 to 25 range. There are probably 15 to 20 colleges better than or as good as Micah. I'm getting 30 marks overall. What will be my percentile? I don't know that. It depends on the mock you're taking, the provider you're taking. It's a question on normalization. It's outside our purview a little bit. Don't worry too much about normalization. Normalization has not thrown up anything funny so far. slot 3, slot 2, normalization, what role will it play? Don't agonize over it. Historically, we've not found anything. I've not prepared specifically for NMAT. Don't worry. Get used to the format. Take maybe one mock. You're good. If you're prepared for CAT, you're prepared for NMAT. Theta doesn't affect, theta error rate is not particularly punished. You don't get minus marks. 99.7 plus, what should be the expected score? I'm getting 100 to 120 in CL mocks. Closer to 120, close beyond 110, you're looking at 99.7. Beyond 117, 18, close to 120 is 99.7 range. Brijesh Dixit, many thanks for the lovely words, and many thanks for the yeoman work you have done in WhatsApp groups, clarifying all kinds of doubts from anybody. Every time we see a question and we think, okay, I need to put this answer, immediately we find an answer you frequently from Brijesh. Many thanks for that. I'm just scrolling through the questions. Should I say NMAT 237 is a spectacular score. I don't think you need to have another attempt, but by all means give it a go if you feel like that. Marks have plateaued, couldn't get, marks don't plateau at all. From mock CAT to CAT, there's 5-6 percentile points to get. So before you go to the exam, make sure you feel good at your top of your game. It will go up. There's a final peak that happens from your last few marks to CAT. So don't keep that in mind. Lovely, guys. I think we're pretty much answered all the relevant question. Bunch of questions on, I repeated the question on what is it likely to be the NMAT cutoff. I don't know. I'm not going to hazard a guess. Somebody from 2IM could have a go there. How to keep yourself calm on the D-Day. There's no magic bullet for this. There's no magic trick. There's no silver bullet for this. There's no one mechanism. Whatever works for you. Bharat is a big fan of chocolate. So am I. If my exam is at 4:30, I gobble up chocolates, quite a few of them, 2:30, 3 o'clock, so that they kick in a while later. I would love to have coffee as well, but you don't get good coffee near the centers, and bad coffee messes me up. So I'm not going to go the coffee route, but chocolate I like. I think about great football players. I think about creating cricket teams. I switch off. I sleep if I can, and when I'm getting bored before the exam. Nothing clears my mind like a 15-minute power nap. So I try all of those. Or I wonder, I look at people around and think what they're doing, where they would be. Source to practice RC during this last week. Guardian is good. Bharat's list of recommended articles is the top draw. Actual CAT papers, fantastic. Last tip from 100% Taylor. VRC, read slow. DLR, have some plan to select sets well. Spend some time on that. For Quant, have a good sweet spot sections. That is, you do what you're good at. So that you have a good clarity about which questions work for you and which ones don't. Think about that. Red Bull is I've not had Red Bull at all in my life, so I'm not the guy, but some people swear by Red Bull. So make sure that if you are among that group, then it works for you. Vishnu side, the cows and bulls puzzle from the Teacher's Day was wonderful. So I quite enjoyed myself solving that. And it was good. We've also put a YouTube video on that. So it was many thanks for that. 90 plus percentile in DALR, 2 sets and you're on ice. 1.5, you might still be there. Quant go berserk. Yeah, that works. Venkatraman Ganesh, many thanks for the lovely comment on the 2IM CAT course. Many thanks. Last AIM CAT, I got 129. Fantastic. If you're in that track, you get that score, people are going to reach out to you and say, I want to call you my student. You're going to get a wonderful percentile. Best wishes. All the best for that. India versus Australia on the cat day. You take. This is the ODI and thing. I love test matches, so I'll be up watching the first test. But this I don't care much. I probably follow it because long old habits die hard. But I'm not looking forward to it like anything. One bad mock and all preparation with dead man room. Don't worry, my friend. One bad mock does not determine anything. Throw that mock away. Go for a run. Watch a couple of movies. Shut it off your mind completely, and then gear yourself up for this. It's some part of it is just mental and telling yourself. One mock. Ha, people have come back from far worse. One bad mock. Throw it away. Fuck it out. Do not go with Red Bull or Monster. So this is from Karthik Vijay Gopal. The adrenaline is real. Sometimes your fingers start shaking and all that because there's already certain adrenaline. I like the natural thing much better. Chocolate is harmless. Coffee, I have 2-3 coffees every day. I know these things won't upset me. So I want to do something unusual. Why Formula One video is in your CAT 2018 playlist? I haven't the faintest idea. We will look at that. Favorite Premier League team. 15 years ago, it was the Arsenal of Arsene Wenger. Then I liked Man City. Now I like Liverpool. Why I have distributed loyalties and I'm not married to a team is I follow La Liga more than Premier League. My favorite team is Barcelona. And we are going through a particularly horrid time now. And I don't know whether there will be light at the end of the tunnel. But because my loyalties in La Liga are undivided, I see. I don't watch matches in Premier League. I watch whichever team is playing well that year. Final thoughts on overall LOD, overall level of difficulty. It will be far simpler than most mocks that you have seen, and it'll be fun. All the best to evening session aspirants. Why not to morning and afternoon session? All the best to all of you. Black and blue pen or both of the same color, your choice, my friend. Quite a few guys are thinking 2 colors because it'll help them in DALR. I don't know. Whatever works for you. Previous year CAT solutions worked. Oh, we are incredibly proud of our previous year CAT solutions. We spent long time stretches carving those solutions and putting them out well and making sure they're sign-in free. You don't have to give even your email address, phone number, or date of birth, or none of that nonsense to go through that content. It's not our content, it's given by CAT. So as gatekeepers, we refuse to put anything in between. Therefore, Fed, Nadal, Djokovic, I like both Fed and Nadal. Fed for the grace and Nadal for what kind of guy he is. Tennis is not my number 1, number 2 sport. So I don't have fierce loyalties there. Football and cricket are the top 2 for watching, football for playing. Therefore, I can be tribalistic in only 1 or 2 things, not everything. Enmat or Snap right, both, my friend. Messi looking dejected at the club. Oh my God, yeah. What's your slot and cat? Third favorite Bollywood movie. I think we're tripping into to unnecessary territory, so I'm going to wind it down. Favorite Bollywood movie is 3 Idiots. Hala Madrid. Yeah, I was expecting somebody to come out and say that. And Madrid is not having much hala either, my friend. So it's unfortunate. I think the Atletico Madrid is doing good. Arithmetic and algebra is good enough for QA. Definitely yes. Most likely yes. Wonderful, guys. I'm going to. I think we've answered pretty much everything that's been thrown up. It's been lovely chatting with you guys. I had a good time handling that. I have not taken a mock in a long time before the previous session that we did. Now we've done 2. I'm thrilled to bits that I'm going into the exam with some practice in. I will make sure that I work the next 5-6 days on feeling good and eating well and sleeping well and being happy and watching TV and playing, hopefully. So that's all the things I have lined up for myself. All the best to all of you. Throw your best efforts and be well rested. Be in your night sweet spot space mentally. And have a good go. Be as result agnostic as possible. It's tough because you're so emotionally invested in this exam, in the preparation cycle. So it is tough. but try your best. Try a bunch of tricks to de-emphasize the result as much as possible. Wonderful, guys. Lovely, lovely interacting. Once again, read slow for VRC, select better for DLR. Know your strengths and weaknesses really well for Quant, and smash. All the best. Best wishes for Cat from not just me, but from the entire team at 2IM. I'm sure the guys are. Let me see if I can even invite a few of them. Maybe I'll chat for 5 more minutes. Guys, any of you guys want to come and say all the best, please jump in. I'm going to keep chatting for another 2 minutes. I will let you in and admit you through the Zoom screen. It's anyway shared. So the 2IM team, those of you who are there and who want to just jump in and say best wishes on YouTube, please jump in. And we're going to wind up in maybe a minute or two. So please jump in. I will obviously quite easily share the Zoom screen. So if you guys are free and you have the enthusiasm to jump in and say best wishes, do jump in. I'm gonna wait for a minute and a half while also checking my WhatsApp feed to know if guys are saying something here. Please drop in if any of you are into just dropping in and coming in and saying hi, hello, and best wishes. Any of you is present there and you want to do that, please come in. Now is a good time to do that. 2IM has a bunch of highly enthusiastic, wonderful guys, but they're camera shy. So I thought as much that they won't drop in and suddenly jump in and say that. Maybe next time. The best wishes from the entire 2IM team are most definitely with you guys. Smash it. Have a lot of fun. Enjoy yourself. Cheers, guys. Wonderful. Anyone joining? I'll wait for 1 more minute because in 2IM chat room, there's some chatter going on. So I'll see if I can answer some questions. All the best, guys. Lovely messages. For all the best. Have a good night, guys, and all the best to you. Have a great day on 29th. Hope I do a little better than all. Amit Kumar Maharana, that's a lovely sentiment. All of you do well, and each person just tell yourself that everybody should do well and yourself that little bit better. And so, some lovely guys are jumping in. So I'm admitting them into the room. So I'm going to go into gallery view. I hope you can see them with the video screen. I'm in.
Hello guys, Bharat here. Hello sir. Hi guys. So all the best from all of us here at 2IM. So I hope more of us will join, but I guess I was let in into the meeting soon. So all the best. Best wishes for your cat. Like we keep iterating, it is not end of the world. Don't think that everything depends on that one day. It really does not. It is important. Be prepared. Do well. Stay hydrated. Don't put in too much pressure. I had a couple of bad hits at cat, but the moment pressure was taken away from the system, I hit scores that I never imagined that I am capable of hitting. So yeah, pressure many a times acts as a huge deterrent in this exam, especially with the timer also getting shorter. It is very natural for someone to keep looking at the time and then lose time because you are looking at the timer. So yeah, stop doing that. It is okay to have a sense of time, but this is something that I've noticed. Lots of people come and tell, ask me, hey, I'm getting super tense, especially after the thing became 3 hour to 2 hour. So at least you can take away one thing is that loads of cat aspirants, serious cat aspirants are also facing the same. So you're not alone in this. So remember that. Cheers, guys. All the best.
Hello, guys. I hope you can hear me. This is Subhash here. So Rajesh and Bharat are the ones who have already done and dusted with their MBA. So I myself give CAT this year as well. So I know how it is to be in the last week for your CAT D-Day. So 2 things I just want to put forth to all of you who are in the same situation like me. Like one thing is that like whatever mocks you have taken already, it's going to be relatively easy in CAT so far, whatever you can taken. So keep that in mind. And the second best thing that I can tell you from whatever I have seen is that people tend to think that it's tough for them. It is obviously, if it's tough for you, definitely it's going to be tough for everyone. So that is one thing that you need to keep in mind, and just rock it on the day. We'll meet you after the CAT exam gets over. So all the best, folks.
Thanks, Subhash. Thank you. I've had requests to share the screen, so I have the screen shared. Quite a few of the guys are only the video feed comes while the screen share works. So the guys are on audio only, because I think bandwidth is an issue in several places. So if they're only audio, then the screen share doesn't work. Unfortunate. So you still have to put up with my face being there. We have it on gallery view and but only if the video feed comes at the screen share work. Sorry about that, guys. Wonderful, guys. I think we have guys have come in and said hi, hello. I think we have Girdharan and Sachit also there. Sachit Bala also there. I think they've not jumped in to say much. I think that the audio feed is an issue. Best wishes from Girdharan and Sachit Bala as well. Wonderful best wishes from all of you, from all the entire team at 2IM. We've had a blast. It's been a wonderful ride this year, notwithstanding all kinds of stuff from COVID. Obviously, it's not been the best year, but the learning process and CAT preparation have not been too bad. So thanks to the internet, we're lucky that way, and we're anyway among the privileged few. Take that feeling of gratitude and feeling lucky into the exam hall. Lovely, guys. We've had a long session. Before we tip into 24th of November, I'll say my goodbyes. Wonderful once again, and best wishes to all of you.